or a Vooch for that matter, to get a wide open three-point shot.
All right. Let's talk about Tyler Hero now. We know what he's capable of doing. You think the Bulls are going to blitz him? We saw some of that, Bill, a week ago, but I think in a ball game like this, we know that he can do some serious damage if he gets in the flow. He's a rhythm shooter, as we know, made the All-Star team for the first time. How do you defend him?
Well, you got to defend him by giving him different looks. So, yes, you double team him, but don't do it every time so it's rote. So he just understands where the double's coming from. Maybe sometimes you just switch. Sometimes you double him on a high screen roll. Sometimes you run a guy from the opposite corner out at him, force him to pass the ball, see if Miami's smart enough or aware enough to find the open man. But you can't do the same thing every single time because he is a smart player. He will take advantage of that. And I also hope he does what he did one of the last plays of the game the other night where he wants to settle for a three-point shot rather than take a layup.
Yep. Well, in fact, that could have been a key play in the game. Had he taken the layup, Bill, it would have been a three-point game, right?
And then Billy has to decide what he's going to do. There's a little pressure because now if the Bulls go down and don't score, Miami could tie the game up because there was still a lot of time left on the clock. But they missed that. Bulls go down and get a three-point shot, and it's a 6-point turnaround, and the game was over. And I think that was really not a smart play right there by Hero. He had the layup. There was no one. He was the first one down. There was no one else in front of him. But he opted to dribble it backwards for a three-point shot.
All right, who's your X factor tonight for both teams?
For both teams, Wiggins is kind of my X factor for Miami. If he comes out and has a big game, he's got playoff experience. He's been in Golden State. He's won championships. And I think he can really be the calming force out there. The other one, a little side note, is Ware. If he gets off and has a big game, it could be really hard. So the Bulls are going to really have to do a good job of not letting him get hot. And then for the Bulls, you know what? I think Kevin Huerter, if he's hitting his threes tonight, he's going to make it really difficult for this Miami team to keep up with the Bulls' offense. But the Bulls need to have someone hitting three-point shots to make it an easier game for the Bulls point-wise.
All right, I'm going to give you an X factor on Miami. Alec Burks. He's been around 14 years in the NBA. He's played in big games, playoff games, Bill. And I think this is a situation where if he gets going, Bill, I mean, as we know, we talk about Hero being a rhythm shooter. Yep. This guy is a spot up. He'll pull up from three-point range, and he is not bashful whatsoever to take big shots.
No, I agree with that, and I hope you're wrong, but I don't see it happening that much tonight from him. I think the Bulls will have to stay attached, and I talked about this on the radio this morning. If the Bulls have to obviously not let their big three get off, but you can't let a guy like Burks have a big game. You can't let, not to quote Shaq's words, others have a big game and score 20 points and put the Bulls in a hole.
All right, just a side note, Bill, the winner of this game goes on to Atlanta, and we've got, obviously, 48 minutes of ball. But one thing about the Hawks that I saw last night, Bill, they were down by 20. They made a great run. But then, Bill, Orlando, as we know, just lit it up in the fourth quarter. But I was very disappointed with Trae Young and how he handled the pressure of dealing with the fact he didn't get a call or two. He didn't run back on defense. And then the way he treated the official was unbelievable.
It really was. And it's, again, I don't know Trae well. Throwing the ball at or towards the referee when, not handing it to him is not a good thing. And not getting back on defense is inexcusable. It doesn't matter what the score is. You got to respect the game.
Well, especially in a game like what we just saw last night, Bill. I mean, if you want to advance and you really want to be a leader, then be a leader. If not, then take your ball and go home.
Absolutely. I do like that. Anyway, we are getting ready for basketball here at the United Center, so let's send it over to Tim Sinclair.
Now, please rise if you're able and remove your hats for the national anthem. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Wayne Mesmer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful job, Wayne Messmer. Wayne has been doing this decade after decade, and no one does it better than Wayne Messmer.
Starting lineup for the Miami Heat. A 6'7" forward from Kansas, number 22, Andrew Wiggins. A 6'5" guard from Colorado, number 18, Alec Burks. A 7-foot center from Indiana, number 7, Khalil Ware. A 6'9" forward from Kentucky, number 13, Bam Adebayo. And a 6'5" guard from Kentucky, number 14, Tyler Hero. The head coach of the Miami Heat is Eric Spoelstra.
All right, so there's your starting five for the Heat as Miami finished the season 37-45, only their third losing season in the last 17 years. Eric Spoelstra, Bill, no question about it, headed one day to the Hall of Fame where he will join Billy Donovan of the Chicago Bulls. And Eric Spoelstra, in all likelihood, Bill, will be the head coach of the 2026 United States Olympic team. He's been serving under Steve Kerr in that capacity. So this is a buzz in this building, and rightfully so, Bill. Maybe third time's the charm, and the Bulls will beat the Heat in a play-in tournament game.
Well, I hope so, because the third time's the charm. I was like, oh, we've already played them 3 times. This is the 4th time. And Miami's saying down at the other end, it's really hard to beat a team 4 times in a row. We're going to win one of them, and this is going to be it here tonight. And that's the problem. I really honestly do believe the Bulls are a better team, Charlie. But in a one-game series, which this is, any team has a chance, and the Bulls are going to have to take care of the basketball and not make mistakes. With a win tonight, the Bulls will play this Friday, and with the winner advancing to the first round of the playoffs in the next game on Friday against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Get tickets to potential home game playoffs now at bulls.com/postseason.
Again, if you just joined us driving home, maybe you're driving to the United Center, you're listening to the only Chicago call, 670 The Score.
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. From Chicago, a 6'9" forward, number 14, Modest Buzelis. A 6'8" guard from Australia, number 3, Josh Giddey. The man in the middle from USC in Montenegro at 6'11", number 9, Nikola Vucevic. A 6'7" forward from Maryland, number 13, Kevin Huerter. From North Carolina, a 6'5" guard, number 0, Kobe White. That's the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
And Bulls Nation, they love Kobe White, and rightfully so. He has taken his place right now among the elite players in the NBA. He can flat out score. He can take it to the rack. He can get to the foul line. And our tip-off, sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union. Join GLCU in banking for greater good. Visit glcu.org for details. And the officials for tonight's game assigned by the NBA, we have three of the best. Zach Zarba, year number 22, 159 playoff games, 14 finals. Year number 17, Curtis Blair, 40 playoff games. Year number 11, Justin Van Dyne. And again, Bill, in a game like this, it'll be interesting to see how much they let play. Is it going to be a physical game? Are they going to try the officials set the tone early and make ticky-tack calls? Who knows?
Well, I kind of know because I think they'll kind of let a little bit more go in the playoffs. And the play-in is just like the playoffs. They're going to let it be a little bit more physical. They're going to try to let guys play again, but they will try to maintain so it doesn't get out of hand. Hey, Bulls fans, Bulls Fest 2025 presented by Foot Locker is back at the United Center on August 23rd and 24th. Join us for the Ultimate Basketball Festival of the Summer, featuring a 3-on-3 tournament, youth hoops, clinics, exclusive merchandise, and more. Visit bullsfest.com to learn more and sign your team up.
All right, so the Bulls coming out with black uniforms, red numbers, white lettering, and Miami in the white jerseys and shorts, burnt orange and red down the side, and red numbers. It's going to be Nikola Vucevic against Khalil Ware. Ware with 15 double-doubles on the season, the most by any rookie in the NBA this year. The Vuce, of course, 45 double-doubles. He had 5 of the month of April. Mattis Buzelis making his NBA postseason debut. The rookie out of Hinsdale. He really came on strong, Bill, post All-Star, where he averaged 13 points per game, 6 rebounds.
I'm just watching. We're not used to being on national TV here, so I'm watching the national TV cameras run around with their wires all over the floor, tripping the players up as they're starting to get ready for the jump ball. I'm like, how are they going to get out of there? They're tangling everyone up.
See, we don't have to worry about that on radio, Bill, because Rich Wyatt has got things under control.
Yes, he does.
Yes, and we're so glad you're with us on Bulls Radio, 670 The Score. And Miami wins the tip. We are underway here at the United Center. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Whittington, Alyssa Bergamini, Hero works on Kobe White, left elbow with a handoff to Andrew Wiggins, veteran out of Kansas. Line to the lane on Giddey. He got stripped, and it bounced off. Did it go off Wiggins? Apparently not. The officials confer, and it's going to be Miami ball with 10 on the clock, 15 seconds in.
He's able to turn the corner, but the Bulls got 3 guys in there, get a hand on the ball, knock it away.
Burks holding, looking wide left, in play. Wiggins baseline left with 7 on the clock. And they go to Tyler Hero, matched up with Josh Giddey. Left-hand dribble drive in the lane. Hero to the rim, no, and goaltending on the Bulls.
Yeah, Buzelis got there half a step late and kind of touched the ball as it was coming down towards the rim.
Tyler Hero with a career-high 23 points on the season. Made the All-Star team in his first time in the midseason classic. On the right side, Kobe, and they go in front to Herter. Line to the lane. Herter backs it out against Ware on a switch, and a pass deflected by Hero. And Hero ran out of room just to our right in front of his bench. It's going to be Bulls ball with 4.5 on the clock. 2-0 Miami.
And that's something the Bulls got to be careful of. I mean, Miami's going to get in the passing lanes.
Giddey to kick out. Herter lines up. Left side 3, too strong. Pulled down by Wiggins. Wiggins came over from Golden State in the Jimmy Butler deal. Here's Burks off a high screen from Adebayo. Dives in and scores a 6-footer in the paint.
Again, attacking the basket right now. Bulls got to do a better job of creating that wall 6 feet in front of the basket. They can't get that shot.
4-0 Miami. Here's Kobe. Line to the lane on Wiggins. On a reverse. Got it. Count it. Foul.
That's a big-time play by Kobe White again. Driving to the basket. That's something he's becoming very good at, creating the contact, but still having the strength to get the shot up off the glass behind his head. Great play.
So Kobe at the line, and he has been terrific all season long. Third in the NBA this year, 90%. He has made 34 of his last 35, and he makes this one on an old-fashioned three-point play. Miami with a 1-point lead, 10:45 left, first quarter. Right here on 670 The Score. Hero driving left angle to the rim and scores again. Tyler Hero slashing to the cup.
He just went right at Buzelis and tried to force Buzelis to make a play.
Giddey on a spin. Turnaround jumper up, out. Offensive rebound. Giddey off the window and scores on a follow-up.
that's where he's been really good, is offensive rebounding, just using his size when he gets to the basket to go up and get up second chance opportunities.
In the paint and a two-handed slam dunk. Bam, Adebayo. In 3 games against the Bulls, he averaged 21, 6, and 3. Shot 49%, Bill, from the field. Wow. Miami starts the game 4-5. Giddy with a floater. No. Pulled down by Ware with a handoff to Adebayo. Miami going left to right. Here's Adebayo inside the three-point arc. He floats a pass in the far corner. Let's see how the Miami Heat operate here. Line to the lane. Hero from Wiggins with a left-handed layup. Billy Donovan has seen enough timeout. Bulls in a 10-5 Miami lead.
And we will take a break with the Bulls down on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
Feel the excitement of the UEFA Champions League knockout stage on Sirius XM FC. Europe's best clubs.
What a start for Inter! And Barcelona!
Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Please let us know in the chat where you're watching from.
From Toronto to Tokyo, Sudbury to Singapore, TSI is everywhere. Remember, a portion of every game's revenue goes directly to SickKids Hospital. Let us know where you are watching from and check out the live viewer map at TorontoSportsInsider.com. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's keep growing this global movement.
86 in the Sirius XM app. The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Hear every game of the NBA playoffs on Sirius XM.
He's going to fire up a three for the win! He hit it!
Don't miss a second of the action all the way through the NBA Finals.
Tatum has to force a three at the buzzer, and he got it!
And throughout the playoffs, get closer to the storylines that matter on NBA Radio, Channel 86.
There are certain guys that you need to be a part of your roster to win NBA championships.
Listen to home and away broadcasts of every NBA playoff game on your radio and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Bulls full and partial season ticket plans for the 2025-26 season are available now. Season ticket holders receive exclusive events, invites to exclusive events. It's kind of repetitive, but it's all right. I didn't write it. Merchandise discounts and more. Find the plan that's right for you at bulls.com/tickets.
Bill, in the season series, Miami shot only 35% from three. They have not taken a three here, and we have played just about 2.5 minutes. Bill, they're 5 of 6 from the field, all 10 points in the paint.
Yeah, and it's Tyler Hero just driving to the basket. Again, he's getting around Vazelis, and there's no help coming. And Billy Donovan not happy when he saw the third one go into the basket with no help coming to help his teammate out. He's got to talk to the guys to get things back on track defensively.
All right, so what adjustments do the Bulls make?
Well, you can't just let him catch the ball and drive. Either you got to double him or deny him the ball, overplay him, send him into a back cut. And something that you just said, you got to let someone else score, try and beat you other than Tyler Hero, because he can do it. And he's showing right now that he does. But having said that, Charlie, as I said in the open, Miami's outscored the Bulls by 11 points in the first half in the 3 games that they played this year. The Bulls have outscored them by 33 points in the second half. They always start off well. Bulls have to make adjustments and bring it back now.
After the timeout, Giddy lets it fly. Right side three. No. Rebound Wiggins. And Miami over the midcourt line. Andrew Wiggins. Belt high. Right-hand dribble. On a crossover against Kobe White. Foul line right. To fade the fire. 19-footer. Nope. Rebound Boots. You average 10 per game on the season. 10th in the NBA. Herter off the boot screen, dribble drive in the circle, in the paint. Herter stop and go, and he lost the handle and turned it over. Burks with a steal. Burks over the 8-second line. Burks, the no-look pass. In the right corner, Wiggins open three, book it.
That was a nice play by Burks. He actually started to drive away from that right corner and then looked to the opposite corner and kind of threw it back quickly.
Miami 13-5. We have played 3 minutes first quarter here at the United Center. Giddey dances in the lane. Giddey gives it up low post. Vooch. Ball squirts off his hands. Recovered by Herter in the left corner. In front, Kobe comes up shooting 3-ball. No. Rebound Ware.
Miami got lucky there. Kobe was open because they made a mistake defensively.
Bulls start the game 2 of 7. Miami with the rock up by 8. 8:35 left first. At the high post, Bam Adebayo, a 3-time All-Star and Olympic gold medalist. Hero off an Adebayo screen, line to the lane with a ball fake to the rim, up and good with a finger roll with the right hand. Tyler Hero now with 8.
Just kind of floated that one in, clipped it up.
Kobe with a pull-up, right side 3, up and good.
It's a big-time shot right there. Normally, Kobe tries to take it a little easy in the first quarter, get his teammates going, but you can't dig yourself a big hole.
Kobe shot 37% on the season. Here's a backdoor cut. Adebayo to Wiggins, up and good, left to right on the end line. Andrew Wiggins, 17-8 Miami. Here's Giddey to the rim. No, that should be goaltending, Bill, on Ware. He drew the foul, Giddey did, and are they going to count goaltending? Apparently not. Wow.
Wow is right.
So that foul is on Burke, 17-8 Miami. Giddey will go to the line, shooting 2. Giddey on the year, Bill, enjoyed a splendid season at the line, 78%. His post-All-Star numbers were off the charts, folks.
Yes.
He shot 49% post-All-Star. Bill, he averaged 21 points, 10 boards, 9 assists. He shot over 40% from 3. Wow. He went to the foul line 7 times post-All-Star.
Yep, he just found a way, had more of a leadership role. Obviously, you take Zach LaVine out of the offensive mix. Someone has to pick it up, and he and Kobe responded very well.
So Giddey at the line, and he goes 2 for 2. 17-10 Miami. And they go to Burks and Wiggins. Wiggins at the top of the key against Giddey. Ware sets a screen. Wiggins gives it up to Ware. And a give and go, and Wiggins throws it down with a right-handed slam on a cut off the ball.
That was old school basketball right there with an old-fashioned give and go, passing the ball to your big up top. Wow.
Hero and Wiggins have combined for 15 points. Giddey at the top of the circle wants a screen. Gets one. Dribble drive, pull up, rimmed out with a put shot. Loose ball tracked down by Burks in the near corner. Over the timeline, Tyler Hero. Hero against Herter. Dribble drive, jump pass. He threw it away. And Kobe with the steal. And then Kobe lost the handle. Still loose. And we've got a foul on the play. And a loose ball foul is Burks and Wiggins tried for the loose ball. Wiggins went to the deck in the left corner. And that foul is going to be on the Bulls. Is that going to be on Kobe, Bill?
Yep. Wow. Yeah, diving for the ball. Tough one. We got substitution. Jason Terry checking in for Kobe. Substitution sponsored by Remy Martin, the official Spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence.
19-10, Miami 7:05 to go first quarter. Bulls start the ball game 3 of 9. Miami 9 of 11. Adebayo with his ball above his head. And they go to Wiggins in the right corner. Wiggins is off to a terrific start. On an ISO against Josh Giddey on a spin to the rim. Jump pass, left side, Adebayo lines up a 3. No. Rebound Giddey. And then the ball deflected away out of bounds by Wiggins. And we also have a foul on the play. That's going to go on Khalil Ware.
Well, that's good. You got to get a couple fouls on Ware. Oh, he's coming out now.
Yeah, that's his second, Bill. Yep. We talked about that in the pregame show. So now they're going to go small, and they're going to bring on Haywood Highsmith. Not much of an offensive player, folks, but he can certainly lock down wing players. 6'5", fifth-year player out of Wheeling in West Virginia. The best thing about Highsmith, Bill, is he knows his role, and he accepts a defensive challenge. Here's Giddey off a boot screen. Now on a switch, got by Adebayo in the right corner. Here's Patrick Williams on a pump and a drive and an up and under. Turnaround jumper, 5-footer. Rimming out. Rebound Miami. Burks over the midcourt line. Tyler Hero driving on Herter, and he got stripped, and it goes out of bounds. It was deflected off his leg over the end line. Bulls ball.
They've got a 9-point lead now. Back on March 8th, they had a 17-point lead. The Bulls came back from that, so this is nothing to worry about right now.
Giddy with a pass intended for Vooch. Booted away out of bounds by the Heat. Speaking of Vooch, Bill, what's his line here in the quarter?
Has not taken a shot yet, Charlie. So that would mean he has no points. And a bigger thing, he's only got 1 rebound here early. Let's see if things change now because he got Bam guarding him.
Giddy. And they go to Herter, brought down about 35 feet away. They go high post Vooch on a spinner on Adebayo. Finger roll with a right hand, good. And they went right after Adebayo in the paint.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. You got a smaller guy that's not used to it, was able to back him down and use his size to roll around him.
Miami 19, Bulls 12 at the 6-minute mark. Burks tied up on a double. He rolls a pass to Highsmith to Hero. Hero against Dalen Terry. 5 on the shot clock. At the top of the key, steps back. Rainbow 3, nothing but net. A big splash for Tyler Hero, who's poured in 11 of Miami's 22 points. And the Heat up by 10 first quarter at 5:42 left. And a pass intercepted by the Heat. Here's Hero against Giddy. And they go near corner. And a shot taken and made just to our right. Haywood Highsmith. Bill on the season, 38%. And they go to Patrick Williams on the edge against Highsmith off a Vooch screen. Williams feeds the post on an ISO. Vooch back it in on Bam Adebayo. Jump hook, right hand, left pocket, nope. Rebound, Heat. And it's Bam Adebayo races over the timeline. Adebayo on Vooch. And Vooch chopped the ball off his hands and it went over the end line. It's going to be Miami ball.
Yeah, Vooch was out of bounds when he tried to tip it back after he knocked the ball down.
The Heat, 11 of 16, Bill Winnington, 68%.
Yeah, and they're getting everything they want in the paint, Charlie. 16 points in the paint to 6 points in the paint, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your home with premium color and quality.
Wiggins with a pull-up and a lob or a shot, but nonetheless, it's missed. 25-12 Miami. Bulls ball. Giddy to the rim and a left-handed layup. He split the Heat defense. Josh Giddy.
And that's a big play right there. Giddy's with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and just pushing the ball up the floor, not letting that Miami defense get set.
Davion Mitchell, left corner. Wiggins feeling it. Another made 3 ball in the left corner. Andrew Wiggins with 10. He and Hero have combined for 21 of Miami's 28 points. Heat up 28-14 in the paint. Dalen Terry to the rack on the right baseline, up and good.
A lot of contact there, not getting called. They're letting a lot of contact go here, Charlie. Right now, 3-point shooting is the winner right now for the Heat. They're 4 of 5.
Here's a right side 3, missed by Burks. Recovered by the Bulls. Over the midcourt line, it's Kobe. Accelerates over the timeline on a spin on Highsmith to a cutting Giddy with a right-handed layup. Pretty play. Timeout Miami. 4:09 to go first quarter, and the Bulls are coming back little by little. Miami 28, Bulls 18 on 670 The Score and the Bulls Basketball Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ayo to the rack and a right-handed dunk, going coast to coast.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
At Northern Illinois Food Bank, hope and generosity work together to provide their communities with fresh, nutritious food, because that's what it takes to make an impact. Northern Illinois Food Bank knows how good food can inspire people. That's why 96% of their resources go directly toward programs to feed neighbors and empower them to thrive. You can help supply hope now. Go to solvehungertoday.org. Northern Illinois Food Bank. Neighbors empowered.
Remy Martin's legacy of celebrating communities and excellence in sports and the music scene. The heart and soul of local communities created cultural movements that paved the way for the future. Enjoy Remy Martin 1738 Sidecar, Remy Martin VSOP with ginger ale, or create your own cocktails. Find inspiration and more fresh recipes at RemyMartin.com. Remy Martin. Team up for excellence. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly. Marquette Bank has been helping neighborhood small business owners for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you have a partner for your business. Whether you need a small business loan, help with cash management, or help with your personal banking, Marquette Bank is here to support your business. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Sign up to get text messages from the Bulls. Text Alert subscribers are the first to know about team news, promotions, and special offers. Visit bulls.com/text to get started. Well, right now, Bulls make a little push to get back. They're down 10, Charlie, 28-18. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell, every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
HD2 Chicago.
And we're back in the Bulls making a little push. They were down by as many as by 14, and we got a couple of baskets back in a row, and they did it, Charlie, by pushing the pace of the game. Bulls have never led in this game, and Tyler Hero, who is 5 of 5 right now, is really hurting the Bulls, and all of his points, even though Miami is 4 of 6 from behind the three-point line, Hero has gotten everything in the paint.
Andrew Wiggins with 10, a member of the Canadian national team. And his father played for the Bulls. He was a second-round pick in the 80s out of Florida State. Mitchell Wiggins, solid player. Also played with Houston during the Rockets run in the mid-90s. We near the 4-minute mark. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Winnington, Alyssa Bergametti were at the United Center, 28-18 Miami. Wiggins in a left corner pass to Duncan Robinson, the 7th-year pro from the University of Michigan, and can knock down threes. Anderson, and they go left side. Robinson comes up firing, no. Offensive rebound, Adebayo, and a reset on the clock. Here's Wiggins, drags that dribble on the right elbow. In front to Robinson. Robinson, Proby gives it up, and a pass deflected by White. Out of bounds with 4.4 on the shot clock. 3:38 left first. 28-18 Miami. What do you call here, Bill, if you're the Heat?
Well, they've just made a couple of three-point shots. See if they get the ball.
Anderson then played to Adebayo. Comes up firing. Elbow. Jumper up and good on a three, Bill.
That's 4 threes in a row for the last 4 times they've scored.
Wow. They are 5 of 8 from three-point range. Herter dances off to the right side, picked up by Adebayo. Now they go to Kobe White against Davion Mitchell, a really solid defensive player. They got Adebayo defending. Kobe with a step back right side three, don't rebound. Duncan Robinson, 31-18 Miami. First quarter, 3:05 to go. On a post-up, Adebayo against Kobe. Jump hook, right hand, no. Pulled down by Vooch. Here's Patrick Williams. Races over the midcourt line. The trailer is Vooch. The handoff down to Kobe off a Vooch screen at the top of the key. Vooch to Dalen Terry. Terry deep in the paint to Vooch. And a pass. And he threw it over the head of Patrick Williams out of bounds on the right sideline. And Vooch says, my bad.
Yeah, and that was a tough one by Vooch because they switched. He had Mitchell on his back posting up. And he got the ball 4 feet in front of the rim, but thought Patrick was open. Just threw it over his head. Tough one. Turnover number 4 now for the Bulls.
Heat basketball shooting a sizzling 62%. Robinson, left corner. Robinson puts it on the deck, running baseline left in the paint to Adebayo. To Anderson, coming off the screen. Mitchell on Herter in the paint. Adebayo from 10 feet, no. Rebound Williams, 31-18 Miami, 2:22 left first. Dalen Terry against Kyle Anderson. Dribble drive to the rim, shot rejected, and it goes out of bounds off Dalen Terry just to our left in front of the Bulls bench. Tell us about that sequence.
Well, got the ball up quick, but Dalen just went right at a big and challenged him. you got to create the contact and make sure you can knock them off balance. You can't just let them go up strong.
You know, it's interesting, Bill. We talk about Wiggins and Butler in that Golden State trade deadline. Kyle Anderson's a really good role player.
Yes.
Wiggins, the hand on Adebayo, and he is fouled, and he will shoot to Bam Adebayo.
Ends up being a good play, but I thought Wiggins had a layup if he wanted it.
Yep.
He was already in the air. Could have went up over them, but didn't happen. And they ended up getting something good out of it with a nice drop pass. Adebayo moving without the ball, hiding under the basket.
Well, you know, you sense that Bam Adebayo is going to be one of those players with the quote-unquote heat culture. And
yes.
He's going to be around for about 15 years. He makes the first of two very similar to Udonis Haslem.
I agree 100%.
Who, by the way, was coached by Billy Donovan at the University of Florida. Terry leaves, Williams leaves, so they get quick hooks, Bill.
Yeah. 5 minutes each. Billy Donovan's going to go with a short lineup here tonight to get this team back on track.
Zach Collins coming in. He had an 18-point, 15-rebound game. And the Bulls win at Miami as Adebayo goes 2-2. We're at the 2-minute mark, first quarter, 33-18 Miami. Josh Giddey strolls over the timeline. Giddey in the first quarter, 8 points, 3 rebounds, top side 3, bam!
And I shot Giddey right there open again. They were not up on him. They gave him a lot of room to shoot that ball because they're worried about his penetration.
He has tied Hero for game-high scoring honors with 11. Hero left corner Kyle Anderson. 33-21 Miami. Hero stutter step. Backs it out. 3 ball up good. Tyler Hero's got the mojo going. He's 6 of 6. He's made a couple of threes. He's got a game-high 14. 36-21 Miami. Collins picks up the bounce, holding, looking to go back to Giddey off the Collins screen. Giddey in the paint, and the ball rolled off his foot out of bounds. Wow. Turnovers now for the Bulls, number 5. On the season, the Bulls averaged 14 per game. Adebayo's coming out, so Miami's going with Ware, Hero, Robinson, along with Anderson and Mitchell. The Bulls with Herter, Zealous, White, Collins, and Giddey. 70 seconds to go. First quarter, wide left, Davion Mitchell crossing over, works double on the ball, left to right on the end line. They go to Hero, and his shot rejected, but Kobe got a piece of him. That's going to be a foul. And for Kobe White, that will be his second, Bill. 36-21 Miami, 61 seconds left.
36 points is the second most points the Miami Heat have scored in a quarter in the 3 games they played against the Bulls this year. 37 is the high.
Tyler Hero from the state of Wisconsin makes the first of 2, who's all set to go to the University of Wisconsin at the last moment. Made a decision to attend Kentucky from Greenfield, Wisconsin. Hero with 15 first quarter, looking for more. It is up and good. He's got 16 in the quarter in 8 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
38-21 Miami.
And that's the most points Miami has scored on the Bulls in a quarter this season.
Here's Giddey at the top. Giddey on a crossover to go to Kevin Herter. We haven't mentioned his name a lot. Here's Giddey, right corner. Collins, 4-3. Got it. Zach Collins.
That's a big-time shot right there, and a well-needed one. How about that assist with a little whip hook pass from the sidearm?
Yep. Collins has been struggling from 3. Yep. He ended up shooting 30% this season, but he nails the right corner. Here's Mitchell, blows past Giddey with a handoff to Ware, and we have a hand check and a foul on the Bulls. That's going to go on Giddey.
Yep, that's his first.
38-23 Miami, 35 seconds left first quarter. Bill, for listeners who just joined us, take us through this quarter, what you've seen.
Well, to start things off, the Bulls' defense was a little porous. You had Hero getting to the basket whenever he wanted to. Much better job as of late, but now the three-point shooting is warmed up for Miami. They're 6 of 9 from behind the three-point line. Miami's been up by as many as 17, Charlie. Bulls have never led in this game.
Mitchell, 70% shooter, came over from the Raptors. Free throw up and good. He makes 1 of 2. 35 seconds left. 39-23 first quarter. Right here on 670, the score from the United Center in front of yet another great sellout crowd. Herter sideline right. And they go to Collins. The no-look pass on a reverse. Good. Josh Giddey, backdoor cut left to right with a right-handed layup. And Josh Giddey in 9 minutes with 13 points, 3 boards, 1 assist.
Love the movement without the basketball.
Yep. And I love Collins and Giddey, Bill. They are in tune. Definitely in sync, no question about it. 7 on the clock. They blitz Hero. They go to Robinson. Davion Mitchell slides in the lane. Jump pass intercepted by Buzelis. Here is Mattis. Mattis with a pull-up right side 3. Got it. They're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. They're going to review it. Mattis, Buzelis drained to right side 3, but they will review it. And we're going to see what happens here.
It's good.
It's going to be good. We're going to take a break. We'll sort it out in a moment on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app. For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on SiriusXM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
From the roots of Motown and R&B to the groovy rhythms of the 70s. Music icon Smokey Robinson is delivering his very own channel of 60s and 70s soul hits and stories of his career.
Hey, it's Smokey Robinson. Music is my life.
Whether you're cruising or just vibing at home, let your soul shine with Smokey's Soul Town. Channel 74 and at home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
NBA Radio on SiriusXM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Into 670 The Score. The Bulls trail the Heat 39-25 after the opening frame. The Bulls were listed as a 2-point home underdog. Total points, that was set at 220. Courtside odds are presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app today. Chuck and Bill, back to you courtside.
All right, the 3 ball by Mattis Buzelis. His time expired off the fingertips, so the 3 ball is good. And the Bulls within 11, 39-28 after trailing by as many as 17. This game, you know, it resembles so much, Bill. And there's Caleb Williams, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, being introduced to the crowd. This game resembles so much of what we saw a week ago, Bill, here. Bulls had a big lead.
Yep. And looks like, he's throwing a football out.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Got it up to second level. Wow. That was a toss. Charlie, I've only seen one other person do that, and that was you.
Well, Bill, 52% shooting. Normally, you know, for the Bulls, that'd be awesome. But how about Miami? 60%. They went 6 of 9 from 3. And we are underway second quarter. Chuck Swirsky, 3-time NBA champion Bill Winnington, Alyssa Bergametti, Tyler Farrell, and Tyler Butaball in our 670 The Score studios. And, of course, the great Rich Wide here putting our program together. Kobe zigzags on where? Left corner Giddey, 4-3 off the mark. Rebound, and it went off the hands of Collins, out of bounds. Miami ball.
He battled. Collins battled to get it, just couldn't hang on to it. Nice shot, little pass out and a wide open look.
Bulls going with their Collins, Herter, Buzelis, Giddey, and White playing with 2 fouls. Kyle Anderson, 10-year pro out of UCLA. Here to Tyler Hero. Hero in the paint. Hero puts on the brakes. Tough. Turn around, jumper on. Herder up and good. He is 7 of 7. He's got 18, 41-28. Miami. We have played 40 seconds, second quarter at the United Center. Herder drops a bounce pass in the paint to Collins. Running baseline right. Pizzello step out of bounds on the far sideline.
6 turnover now for the Bulls right there. And we talked about this in the pregame, Charlie. You cannot give this Miami team opportunities. You're taking opportunities. You're shooting 50%. That's 1 point you just gave away right there by not getting a shot.
Mitchell. And they go to Robinson outside, three-point arc. Back to Davion Mitchell on our power move. Touch pass, left corner, Ware for 3. No. Rebound, Kobe White. They'll give Ware that shot any day of the week. Here's Kobe, staggered dribble drive on Mitchell. A spin to the rim, up and good.
Big-time shot by Kobe. Nice little spin right there to get around the defense.
41-30 Miami. Heat basketball with Duncan Robinson, a runner left to right in the lane. Too easy, and a soft floater good with the right hand.
Points in the paint starting to add up again. 20 for Miami right now.
Kobe peels off a Collins screen. Another spin on Ware, playing with 2 fouls. And they go to Giddey. Giddey turns the corner. Giddey gives it up. Pizzello on a pump. Pizzello on a drive. Pizzello with a stop and pop. No. Rebound Hero. Tyler Hero races over the midcourt line. Inside Ware with a two-handed stuff. What a pass.
Charlie, Ware just sprinted down the floor. Post lane sprint. He was ahead of everybody.
45-30 Miami by 15. Giddey at the top of the key. The feed inside Collins, twists, turns. Collins had the ball stripped away and taken away by Kyle Anderson. Another turnover, Bill.
Anderson, just great hands and footwork there to knock it away from Collins.
Ware with a two-handed dunk inside as he pinned down Giddey. And Billy Donovan calls a timeout at the 9:44 mark. Second quarter, Miami 47, Bulls 30 on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play. Midcourt. Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Babe, why do you always cancel our plans when it rains?
It's not me, it's my tires. They slide everywhere. I'm scared.
So, it's not that you don't want to see me?
Of course not. But my car handles like it's on a slip and slide.
Don't let bad tires ruin your relationships.
Finally, some commitment.
Atturo tires give you better grip and shorter stops, rain or shine. Visit Atturo.com for an instant quote from a local authorized dealer. Because safer tires lead to happier endings.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Bulls fans, basketball season is here. Just like Chicago dominates on their home court, you can make your home a champion with Benjamin Moore paint. From bold colors that energize your space to timeless classics that bring comfort, Benjamin Moore has the perfect shade for every fan. Trusted by pros, loved by homeowners, our paint is built to perform. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer today and score your home court advantage. Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find an independently owned retailer near you.
Heart surgery is no one's dream of retirement. I'm Beverly, and that's what I was facing when my cardiology team at Northwestern Medicine identified a diseased valve in my heart. But thanks to Dr. Gang and Dr. Ahmad's expertise, I didn't have to have open heart surgery.
With access to the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report, Beverly's team at Central DuPage Hospital replaced her diseased aortic valve using a tiny catheter, and she was back on her feet in just a few days. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
The 1966 retail collection is still available, designed in-house by the Bulls. The line features Benny the Bull, Los Bulls, and more. Visit shop.bulls.com or the Madhouse Team Store.
So, Bill, bottom line, 47-30, Miami, second quarter with 9:44 to play. Gives a rundown here by the Heat and why they have been so explosive in the first half here at the United Center.
Yeah, well, one, they start, and what they're doing right now to get the 17-point lead back, they've matched their biggest lead of the game, is attack the basket to get points in the paint. Charlie, they're getting layups. Now, in between all that, they hit 6 of 10 from behind the three-point line. And by the way, we did have a review. They were taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. And that was on the Bazelis three-pointer at the very, very end of the first quarter, which brings us to the second quarter, which is sponsored by Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11. Find a highly skilled roofing contractor at ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
Bulls send out Kobe White, Mattis Bazelis, Nikola Vucevic, along with Josh Giddey. Dalen Terry has come on now for the Bulls. He played 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Charlie, the other thing, Bulls have 7 turnovers already in this game. And we have 9 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Up top now, Vooch. One bounce hand off to Kobe. Kobe on a pump. The pitch out. Vooch, top side three. No. Rebound, 50-50 ball, and Hero took it away from Giddey. Over the midcourt line, Davion Mitchell. Mitchell, stop and go, dribble drive. Puts on the brakes, and he goes circle right to Anderson on a reset to Mitchell. Left wing, Duncan Robinson for 3. No. Tipped in the air by Ware. Saved and played by Vooch. And Hero, along with Terry, got tangled up, and that's going to be a foul on Tyler Hero.
Good save by Vooch. Tipped it right to Dalen. And Hero just wrapped him up, came across the arms, though. Way too much contact.
And Dalen Terry really played solid ball, Bill, the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
Coming off the bench as a two-way player. Bulls showing a lot of confidence. Top side, Bazelis, 4-3, popped out. Bulls from three-point country, Bill, 3 of 10.
And not good.
Miami basketball. Here's Hero off a high screen from Ware. Hero kneels over the bounce, and his pass deflected, taken away by Kobe. Kobe, dribble drive, steps back, left side, tried to draw a foul on Mitchell, way off the mark, kept in play by Terry, brought down by Kobe, he stepped out of bounds, and then there's sideline. Bill, when he caught the ball, he was suspended in midair.
Yep.
He did not come down with the ball.
I would like to see a replay that. We can't see where his feet were because they would happen right in front of us on the baseline. It's blocked out by fans sitting right here.
That's quite saying something, Bill, considering you're 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but I'm sitting down. I'm as tall as you are right now.
Oh, my. 8.5 to play, second quarter, 47-30. Miami, Robinson coming off the screen. He buries the top side three. 50-30. Miami on the road, up by 20.
You don't want to see that right now. That's Duncan getting hot. We already have Hero hot from behind the 3-point line.
Vooch trains a top side three. They're playing off Vooch, almost daring him to shoot, Bill.
They are, and keep playing him like that because once he gets hot from 3, he'll start to make 3 or 4 or 5.
Shot 45% beyond the arc in the last 5 weeks of the season. Robinson attacking left angle, picked up on a double. They go to Davion Mitchell. Back to Robinson. Robinson against Vooch, left corner 3. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
And Vooch looks to the heavens saying, how do you make that shot?
Vooch was up on top of him, had a hand up, everything. He threw that high.
53-33 Heat. Here is Giddey. Foul line left with a spin to the rim on Robinson. No. Loose ball. And racing in backcourt is Bazelis. 7 on the shot clock. And they go to Talon. Horton Tucker bulldoze his way and floats a pass to Terry. Right side 3. Off the mark. Rebound the length of Khalil Ware. The 7-footer out of Indiana University. 7:10 remaining here in the second quarter. Ware on a spin to the rim and the ball knocked away off the Ware out of bounds. It's going to be Bulls ball. 53-33 Heat. 7:06 to play second. So, Bill, you got Wiggins returning, Adebayo returning.
Yep. And, Wiggins with 10 points, 4 of 7 from the floor. Again, this Miami offense is on fire right now. They came in, Charlie, averaging 110 points. They're shooting 62% from the floor, 61% from behind the 3-point line. They have 53 points already, and there's still 6:50 left in this second quarter.
Kobe in the paint, Kobe probing, Kobe negotiating. The ball goes out of bounds over the end line, and Zach Zarba, is he calling a jump here, Bill?
Yeah, jump ball. He's saying I'm not sure who it went off of.
Yep, so we're going to have a jump at the center circle, the Bulls logo. 53-33, Miami by 20.
I did not see this. I knew they could be up, but not by 20 right now.
Well, long way to go. And the tip controlled by the Bulls. Boy, they're going to have to call. Vooch tipped it, and then he caught the ball, and Zach Zarba's going to say, let's redo it. Huh. Vooch has a smile on his face. I think you got away with one, Bill.
Yeah, I think so, too. You're not allowed. The center is not allowed to grab the ball in a circle.
No, he's not. And that's exactly what Eric Spoelstra is telling Curtis Blair, the official. Adebayo jumps up with Vooch, and Miami wins the tip. Over the timeline, Mitchell, they go up top to Anderson, back to Davion Mitchell against Taylor and Horton Tucker, crossing over twice, 3 times. They go to Adebayo with a stop and pop, 12-footer no. Rebound, Metis Buzelis, 6:35 to go. Horton Tucker splits the defense. Horton Tucker, left corner pass to Kobe. Kobe left to right in the lane, teardrop short, put back by Vooch, no. Tipped in the air, controlled by the Miami Heat, and it's Andrew Wiggins probing inside to the rim with a runner, no. Offensive rebound, Adebayo with the left hand up and good on Vooch.
He just ran down the floor. He got out on the outside and came back in front of the rim to get that rebound. Snuck in front of everyone.
55-33 Miami. Here's Patrick Williams, right side 3, no. And we got a foul off the ball on Andrew Wiggins.
And this is the biggest lead that Miami's had on the Bulls in all 4 games now.
Well, Kevin Huerter is coming on, Bill. 13 minutes. He's taken only 1 shot.
Yeah, need to get him going right now. Bulls, Vooch is 2 of 4. Just not a lot of shots right now.
Yep. Adebayo is playing Vucevic out in front. Left-hand dribble drive at a spin. Jump pass, left corner, Patrick Williams. Pressured on the left side by Wiggins. They go to Kevin Huerter. Huerter with 4 crossovers on Kyle Anderson. Lets it fly. Left wing 3, nope. Rebound, Bam Adebayo with a handoff to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell swings it far corner to Wiggins. Back in front. Mitchell driving left angle. And the ball bounced off. Mitchell taken away by Kobe to Buzelis with a left-handed layup. Got it, counted, foul.
That's good defense by the Bulls. Knocked the ball down, picked it up off the floor, and then it's just hustling down the floor. Buzelis, chance for a 3-point play. And it's going to be a matter now just to keep this pace up and try and run back into this game with your foot speed.
Well, his first postseason action, the rookie out of Hinsdale. Of course, he played for the Ignite, the 11th overall pick. He's got 5 points, couple of rebounds, and 1 assist. 55-35, Miami, 5:36 left here in the first half, and Buzelis missed the free throw. Bulls are 3 of 4 from the line, Miami 5 of 6. Adebayo, and they find Highsmith, left corner, 3-ball on its way. It is up and good by Davion Mitchell.
Mitchell was wide. First, Highsmith was open underneath by himself, and then he passed it out. There was no one on Mitchell.
Buzelis fires inside Vooch, and he scores on a penetrating move on Adebayo. He pinned down Adebayo.
Vooch has that size and strength on Adebayo. He's done it a couple times now. Got to keep going to that.
Wiggins against Williams with a handoff to Haywood Highsmith. They go to Duncan Robinson with 9 on the clock. Highsmith turns the corner on Buzelis, a shot blocker. Comes up shooting and scoring on a curl move in the lane. 60-37 Miami. 4:45 to go first half.
It's a nice move by Highsmith right there. A little spin.
Here's Kobe. Blast pass. Robinson, a runner with a right hand. No. 5 on 4 for the Heat. Here's Adebayo over the 8-second line. They go to Robinson. Far corner to Davion Mitchell. 15 on the clock. Mitchell to Robinson. In the paint now to Adebayo. On a clear out against Vooch. Back it in. Jump hook, right hand, no. Hit the heel. Rebound, Bulls. 60-37 Miami. 4:18 left. Patrick Williams tied up by Mitchell and Robinson, so they go to Buzelis at the top of the key. Buzelis, the push pass to Patrick Williams, to Vooch, and they go left baseline. Kobe slips, and he turned it over. 5 on 4 for the Heat. Down the floor, Highsmith running right to left on the end line.
This defense Miami's got on the floor right now, they're smothering. Kobe had nowhere to go, had to turn it around, just fell.
And Robinson settles for a left side 3, no. Rebound Bulls, 3:45 left first half, 60-37 Miami. Here's Kobe driving down Adebayo. The kick out. Left side, Williams. Open three. Nope. Rebound. Robinson with a handoff to Mitchell.
Bulls 4 of 15 from behind the three-point line.
And Eric Spoelstra has called a timeout with 18 on the clock. 3:32 to play here in the first half. Miami 60, Bulls 37 on 670 the score in the Bulls radio.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app. The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
80s neon blossoms are in full bloom on the SiriusXM app, featuring feel-good hits from icons like Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, and Michael Jackson. To the timeless, breezy beats of the B-52s, Blondie, and more. This exclusive 80s on 8 springtime mix will have you walking on sunshine all season long. Just search Neon Blossoms on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Bulls fans, sign up for My Bulls, the official game day email of the Chicago Bulls. Subscribers will receive an email on all Bulls game days with a column from Chuck Swirsky. Matchups to watch, key stats, the injury report, and more. Sign up for free at bulls.com/MyBulls. See, I read it so much better when I go fast. If I try to go slow and just like, it's like I have to think about it too much. Anyway, Bulls down right now, 60-37, Charlie. They've been outscored 21-9 here in the second quarter. Bulls, how about the three-point shooting? Both teams come into the game shooting 36% from behind the three-point line. A few percentage points ahead, so Miami is 12th. Bulls shooting 26% right now from behind the three-point line. Miami, 60% from behind the three-point line.
Wow. Well, you know what, Bill? Incrementally, you can chip away with this lead. You got 3:32 left first half. Bulls are down by 23. If they can get in the halftime down 14-16.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This team, we were talking about during the break, this team has never quit on Billy Donovan. And they've come back from 20-point leads this season already. So nothing is insurmountable right now.
Nope. Mitchell with a handoff. Dribble drive. Wiggins in the paint on Boots with a sidestep with a left-hand layout around, and it drops down. Andrew Wiggins down with a dozen. 62-37 Miami. First half action from the United Center. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Wennington, Alyssa Bergovetti. Rich Wide is our engineer here at the United Center. We had Tyler Farrell, Tyler Beautiball, putting our broadcast together. Here's Herter with a stop and pop, and a kiss off the window in the lane is good.
A nice put it on the floor, got in the paint about 5 feet away with a little shot. A little miscommunication on that play. Kobe White and Josh Giddey a little confused on which way they're going.
Wiggins again lines up. Left side three. No. Rebound Giddey. 62-39 Miami. Bulls ball. Left front court. Giddey to Vooch. Back to Josh Giddey at the top of the key. Gives it up to Kevin Huerter. Came over. Midseason trade from Sacramento. Here's Huerter. They go high post Vooch. And a pass deflected by Wiggins. He underthrew Williams. Vooch did. Hayward Highsmith works on Giddey. Flips it up with the right hand. No. Off the hands of Adebayo. And they go to Hero. And he is fouled. Hero will shoot 2, or he's already 2 of 2. He's working Bill on an 18-point, 3-rebound, 3-assist game. Wow. He has not missed a field goal in all 7 attempts. 62-39 Miami with 2:19 to play.
Yeah, and that turnover was turnover number 11 for the Bulls, and that's the one thing that really worried me is this Bulls team has at times gotten a lot of turnovers, and you can't do that against this Miami team. They play very aggressive defense. You're not going to get many open shots, so you got to be ready to shoot the ball when you get the ball in an open area.
So let's see. We've got Giddey, White, Bazelis, Vooch, and Huerter as Williams leads. Another free throw up and good. Tyler Hero has been the best player on the floor, Bill, without any question.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. He's just been playing absolutely fantastic right now. Just whatever he does has been working.
Hero has been great. Huerter with a pull-out. Foul line extended right. 17-footer is good. Bill, Hero averaged 23 on the season, a career high.
Yep.
He's already got 20 in the half.
Yep.
64-41 Miami. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Wiggins dribble drive in the lane, going upstairs and thrown down. Bam Adebayo on a lob.
I'll tell you what, Wiggins just fits in. He understands what he can do to help this team.
And Vooch steps in, topside 3, and he pours it in.
That's a big one. Again, it's a 20-point game right now with 1:30 left. So you got to get a couple of stops here and see if you can get a bucket or 2 more.
Yep. 90 seconds remaining. Here is Hero at the foul line. Hero with the step back topside 3. Good.
Come on.
He is 8 of 8.
My goodness.
Bill, that's his 3rd triple. 69-44 Miami.
He hasn't missed a shot, Charlie, and that was a big-time step back.
You know, this is the case, Bill. When you're that hot, you just give him the rock and get out of the way.
Yes.
On the left point, Vooch inside 3-point arc to Kobe. Lines up from 3. Got it. Kobe White on the left wing.
It's a big answer right there for Kobe, and that's Kobe's 2nd 3. He's 2 of 5.
Miami advances, shooting 59%. Mitchell with a runner and a floater up and good left angle. Wow.
I want to. This is way too many points for this. The Bulls defense needs to batten down the hatches in the second half. This is bad.
Giddey off the screen from Vooch. And they go to Kobe. 2 jab steps on the right elbow. Left hand dribble drive. Turns baseline. And the shot rejected by Wiggins. Kobe White, 4 of 10. He's got 11. We're down to the final 26 seconds, 15 on the clock. 71-47 Miami. They chase Hero on a double. Hero inside to Mitchell. On the right side, an open 3 taken and missed by Highsmith. Boarded by Giddey. We have 10 seconds left. First half, 71-47 Miami. Giddey, standing dribble off to the right with a belt high left hand dribble. Rolling to his left with a spin at the foul line. Topside Kobe, 4-3 off the mark, and that will end the first half. Miami, and it's all Miami, ladies and gentlemen. 71-47 Heat. Right here on 670 The Score, the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Oh my goodness, I was sick.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Lost your health insurance? You might be eligible for a special enrollment period on the Get Covered Illinois Marketplace. Get Covered Illinois navigators are ready to help you enroll in a quality, affordable health plan with essential benefits to cover prescription drugs, hospitalizations, maternity care, and much more. You might even qualify for financial help. Go to getcoveredillinois.gov. Your health coverage starts here.
Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11 provides quality, value, and service in all facets of the commercial, industrial, and institutional roofing and waterproofing industry. Promoting skilled craftsmen and craftswomen through apprenticeship training, Local 11 members are trained in the application of the latest roofing and waterproofing technology. They're at the forefront of design and installation of environmentally friendly solar, green, and garden systems. To find a highly skilled roofing contractor today, go to ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with Circa Sports in the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
So, I'm the type of guy who tends to forget things. A lot. My keys are always missing, I'm not great with names, and my signature catchphrase is, I know it's around here somewhere. That's why I get my haircut at Great Clips. Their skilled, friendly stylists save my haircut details and clip notes. So, every time I need a cut, I can get the look I want without having to remember a thing. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, download the app today. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Bulls fans, welcome to the Kia Halftime Show, brought to you by the Kia Telluride, official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
And we are back live here at the United Center, and the Miami Heat, obviously, they have come to hoop and big time. They lead the Bulls 71-47 at the break. The Bulls are led in scoring by the 13 points of Josh Giddey. Giddey also with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 11 for Kobe, who's 4 of 11 from the field. The Vooch with 10 points, 5 rebounds. The Bulls are shooting a respectable 45% from the field, but only 6 of 18 from 3. They've taken only 4 free throws, making 3. And they've been out-rebounded 21-16 by the Heat. Bottom line story, Miami is on fire, and that's an understatement. 58% from the field, 10 of 18 from three-point range. Tyler Hero has not missed a shot in 8 attempts in 17 minutes. He has buried 4 triples. He's got a game-high 23 points. Bam Adebayo with 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. As the Heat, again, 58% from the field, 55% from 3, 7 of 8 from the foul line, and it's been all Miami. 71-47 Heat. Alyssa Bergamini will drop by in a moment right here. 6:70 the score in the Bulls radio.
Rory McIlroy on his knees. He's won the Masters.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM. Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
He had to get off the deck to win this tournament.
And expert golf analysis on Channel 92.
It was the most heart-stopping, thrill-a-second Masters I can ever recall.
Live sports talk when you need it on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
That is why we fall so much in love with sports.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on SiriusXM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
From the roots of Motown and R&B to the groovy rhythms of the 70s. Music icon Smokey Robinson is delivering his very own channel of 60s and 70s soul hits and stories of his career.
Hey, it's Smokey Robinson. Music is my life.
Whether you're cruising or just vibing at home, let your soul shine with Smokey's Soul Town. Channel 74 and at home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Hi, I'm Carney Wilson from Wilson Phillips. 35 years ago, in the spring of 1990, we released our debut self-titled album.
Hold on for one more day.
And all this week, I'm here on Mom Jeans, reminiscing about the songs from that record and the music and pop culture from the late 80s and early 90s.
Mom Jeans. Now for a limited time on Channel 105 on most radios. And always available year-round on the Sirius XM app.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Halftime show. In a win-or-go-home situation, it is the Bulls who trail the Heat by 24 points at the half, 71-47. Bulls were listed as the 2-point home favorites before tip-off. That was courtesy of Circa Sports Illinois. Total points, well, that was set at 220 right before tip-off as well. Let's check in on the player props. Josh Giddey with 13 points through the half, tracking his player prop that was set at 18.5. That was priced at minus 115, so 6 more. That's going to cash out the over for Giddey. And for Miami, Tyler Hero with the hot hands early on. He has 23 first half points, tracking his under 2.5 triples. That was juiced to plus 115. Well, Hero has 3 triples through 3 attempts, so it is the over that cashes out there. We are halfway home, and those rear courtside odds at the half presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today. You're listening to 670 The Score on the Kia Halftime Show on the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
To the rack and a right-handed dunk, going coast to coast.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
If you're thinking about a new Subaru this season, do yourself a favor and take a short drive north to see my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Mike and his team never inflate prices based on product availability. They've got a great selection of Subaru models in stock, on the way, or you can custom order yours today. I don't always support the teams from up north, but I do when it's Kenosha Subaru. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com. For all you do, Kenosha Subaru.
Today will be the worst day of someone's life, but we'll be ready. Loyola Medicine's Level 1 Trauma Center is prepared for the most severe emergencies. Surgical and emergency teams are ready to perform complex procedures. Doctors, nurses, and technicians who faced just about everything will devote themselves to saving the day and saving lives. Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Visit loyolamedicine.org/ourbest to learn more.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Remy Martin's legacy of celebrating communities and excellence in sports and the music scene. The heart and soul of local communities created cultural movements that paved the way for the future. Enjoy Remy Martin's 1738 Sidecar, Remy Martin VSOP with ginger ale, or create your own cocktails. Find inspiration and more fresh recipes at RemyMartin.com. Remy Martin. Team up for excellence. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
And welcome back, 71-47. We're at halftime here at the United Center. Chuck Swirsky in conversation with you, Tyler Butebaugh, along with Tyler Farringle in our 670 The Score studios. Rich Wyatt, the great Rich Wyatt, spinning the dials here at the United Center. And the Bulls have some work to do, folks. Miami scored 39 in the first, added 32 more in the second period, and they're up by 24 at halftime. We'll return in a moment. Third quarter coming up next. 670 the score in the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Nikola Vucevic here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
How many people can say they've had a section of their spine removed? I can. I'm Jeff, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a rare tumor on my spine, my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon came up with a plan, resulting in a 14-hour surgery.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team treated his one-in-a-million condition. They removed the tumor and vertebrae in one piece, then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
If you're thinking about a new Subaru this season, do yourself a favor and take a short drive north to see my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Mike and his team never inflate prices based on product availability. They've got a great selection of Subaru models in stock, on the way, or you can custom order yours today. I don't always support the teams from up north, but I do when it's Kenosha Subaru. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com. For all you do, Kenosha Subaru.
There's nothing quite like local. Local is a rematch on your neighborhood pickleball court. It's wearing blue and orange on a Sunday, tailgating at the game, or meeting up with friends at your favorite spot. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Join us in your community for fun experiences this season, like a chance to meet your favorite players. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
Babe, why do you always cancel our plans when it rains?
It's not me, it's my tires. They slide everywhere. I'm scared.
So, it's not that you don't want to see me?
Of course not. But my car handles like it's on a slip and slide.
Don't let bad tires ruin your relationships.
Finally, some commitment.
Atturo tires give you better grip and shorter stops, rain or shine. Visit Atturo.com for an instant quote from a local authorized dealer. Because safer tires lead to happier endings.
Chuck Swirsky, along with the main man, three-time NBA champion Bill Whittington, Alyssa Bergamini. We're at the United Center, halftime 71-47 in favor of the Heat. The Bulls have never led in this game, and Miami has just pounced on the Bulls in every category, William. So what do you think the message was by Billy Donovan at the break?
Well, Billy Donovan's going to be really upset. One, the offense is not great, but the defense is horrendous. For them to score 71 points in a half, Charlie, the Miami Heat, a team that averages 110 points a game, to score 71 points, you got to pick something up. And then the Bulls did nothing defensively. They got points in the paint. They finished with 34 points in the paint in the first half. They shot the ball well from all over the floor. Three-point line, they're 10 of 18, 55%. Hero is unconscious right now. You got to figure something out to slow him down a little bit. Then Wiggins has stepped up, and he's playing really well. 2 or 3 from behind the three-point line. He's got 12 points. But the Bulls haven't stopped anyone, Charlie. And you think, all right, they got Hero. You know you're going to have to slow him down. They haven't done that. But they haven't stopped any of their other star players as well. And you just got to have an answer. And to me, it's all defense right now. Bulls' offense has not been great. I will give you that. It's only 47 points. It's not good for the Bulls. But defensively, you cannot give up 71 points to the Miami Heat, a team that just doesn't score that much.
Well, Hero got off to such a great start, and then you look at Adebayo, who has controlled the paint. So for the Bulls, Bill, what do you want to see? I mean, specifically, let's break this game down from a player's standpoint.
Well, we're going to have to get more physical. It comes down to that. So when guys start to drive the basket, you got to bump them. You can't give them a clear path to the basket. Boxing out, you got to box guys out. And then the other thing is turnovers. The Bulls were in the first quarter. The Bulls were shooting over 50% from the floor. The Bulls have 11 turnovers now in this game. So that's 11 times you did not get a shot up. Now the shooting's gone down. It's only 44% right now. But when you're shooting the ball well, you got to get shots to get points. And the Bulls have not done that well at all. So between the defense being soft and turnovers is giving this Miami team a huge advantage.
We're about 30 seconds away from the third quarter. Sellout crowd here at the United Center. And really, Bill, I mean, they're frustrated, and I think everyone who follows the Bulls, including our great listeners on the Bulls Radio Network in Chicago, 670 The Score, they want to see some, a run here. And I'm not talking about like a 6-8-point run. They want to see like about a 12-point run.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? We always talk about it when the Bulls are up. What do I always say? The opposing team, whatever it is going to make a run. You have to withstand that. And that's exactly what Spoelstra was saying. And this Bulls team has not lied down all season long. They haven't quit once. They've always battled back. So, yes, they're going to have to make a run. But in order for them to make that run, they're going to have to make shots offensively. But defensively, you're going to have to make stops.
Yeah, and let's see if Kevin Huerter can get in a rhythm, Bill. As Miami full-court press to start the second half. Huerter, in 2 games against the Heat, Bill, averaged 16 against Miami. Right now, he's taken 4 shots. He has 4 points in the first half. Vooch drags that dribble around full court. Here's Huerter, top side, and he got fouled by a Hero from behind. That's going to put Kevin Huerter at the line for 3. That was a silly foul on Hero.
It was a very silly foul on Hero right there.
And you see Erik Spoelstra walking left to right on the near sideline, shaking his head. It's little plays like that, Bill.
They give you opportunities, and they let teams start to feel good about it. Huerter right now is going to look at these foul shots and see the ball go through the basket. And all his teammates are seeing that right now, and it's a good feeling to see the ball go through the hoop, and you get things going, and it is literally 1 point at a time.
Huerter again at the line. It is up and good. Kevin Huerter, veteran from the University of Maryland, came over in that 3-team deal with Sacramento and San Antonio. He gets a 3rd attempt. Huerter, Bill, it's interesting, he gets 3 free throws here. He had taken only 6 in his last 14 games. 71-50 in favor of Miami. Let's see if the Bulls can put the clamps on the Miami offense. Adebayo with a handoff. Taken away by Huerter, and then Hero came up with it in backcourt. 7 on the shot clock. Hero with a pull-up topside 3. Rimmed out. That's his first miss in 9 attempts. Wow. Here come the Bulls playing with a lot more energy to start the third quarter. Sideline left, Kobe off the Vooch screen. Top of the key. Dribble drive. White to the rim. No, can't finish. Right near the cup. Rebounded by Bam Adebayo.
And a good move by Kobe White. Just need a little more oomph on that shot to go in.
Over the top pass. Where on Giddey to the rim, too strong.
Good defense by Giddey right there under where made it difficult on him.
Bezelis crossing over Burks. Jump pass up top. Vooch for 3. Rimmed out again. Loose ball, and we're going to have a loose ball foul on the Heat. As Bezelis hit the floor. 71-50 Miami. So, Bill, what adjustments are the Bulls going to make here on Miami's offense?
Well, one right now, they're playing a little bit more physical, and you saw that right there. They were up. Ware got the ball under the basket, and the Bulls were right there creating contact with him, not letting him have a free open shot, and really playing a lot more physical here so far.
Huerter drags that dribble with a handoff. Left wing Kobe at the top of the key. Finds Huerter. Left side open 3. Bam!
It's a big shot, and he had to shoot it quick. Nicely done because Wiggins was coming out with a hand up. But great play right there. And the Bulls making that little run we were talking about.
Yes, they are. Led by Kevin Huerter. Dribble drive to the rim. Wiggins had his shot rejected. Ware puts it up. Rejected. Back-to-back blocks by the Bulls. Here's Giddey in right forecourt. Taking Hero to the rim. No. Pulled down by the Heat. Alec Burks. Motors over the midcourt line. Belt high. Right-hand dribble. Baseline right on Vooch. The send out to Ware in front of Wiggins. Dials up a 3. No. Rebound Bulls.
A nice closeout by Kobe. Made Wiggins think about that shot.
Here's Huerter with a pull-up. Topside 3. Off the mark. A Heat check. Boarded by the Heat again. 71-53 Miami. Wiggins works on Giddey with a push pass on the right elbow to Hero. In front to Adebayo. Shot blocked by Vooch and a foul. Vooch raises his left arm and says, my bad.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
To Chicago.
Bam Adebayo going to the line for the third time in the ball game. Adebayo on the season, 76%. Adebayo with the deep breath is up short, hit front rim. 71-53, Miami by 18. They once led by 25.
Wow. And just notice it right now, but Bazelis is starting to guard Hero right now. Maybe that length.
And Adebayo goes 0 for 2 from the line. That wasn't even close. Rebound Bulls, and it's Kobe. Walks over the midcourt line. Kobe on the night, 23 minutes, 11 points. Kobe turns the corner on the right side, got tied up, and Wiggins ripped the ball out of his hands. Here is Hero, the lead pass. Adebayo with a two-handed slam dunk.
It's ran the floor again on a Bulls turnover. Kobe kind of drove into Wiggins and not really creating contact, but held the ball too far out. Wiggins just took it.
Kobe works off a Vooch screen, gives it up. Giddey slides it in front. White on a post-up. Vooch, the pitch out to Giddey. 6 on the clock. Josh, dribble drive on Ware. Throws it up with the left hand and scores off the window in traffic.
That's a nice play right there. I thought Kobe White had an opportunity to shoot a three. He looked a little hesitant to shoot it, though.
73-55 Miami. Here's Hero, doubled on the ball. They're going to blitz him with a double with Vooch and Herter. And we have a kick ball on the Bulls. So Miami out of bounds on the inbounds. 14 on the clock. 8:44 left third. 73-55 Heat in the play-in tournament here at the United Center. Burks, veteran from the University of Colorado in play to Khalil Ware. Coming off the screen, Wiggins, top side. The release for three, got it. He has been fabulous tonight. That's his third triple. He's got 15.
Bulls are just switching everything right now.
Why is that, Bill?
Defensively, they're just switching. If the guys come together, they're switching out on them. And I think it's the advantage to Miami right now because they're making shots.
Giddey, top side three, no. Long rebound, Boots, the touch to Bazelis. And they go wide left side to Giddey with 7 on the clock. Giddey turns the corner, wraparound dribble drive, and a touch foul on Tyler Hero with 2 hands in the air.
That was a nice play because Tyler Hero jumped out and was cutting off the lane to the outside. Giddey crossed over and cut back to the basket. That's why there was a foul. If Giddey didn't change direction, it might have been a charge, but he changed direction and almost totally evaded the screen.
On the inbounds, it goes Bazelis. Power move, left to right. Puts it down on a two-handed slam. Right in the grill of Alec Burks.
It's a big-time play right there. Alex Burks, too small. Bazelis knows that. Just went right to the rim.
That ignites the sellout crowd here at the United Center. 76-57.
See what you did there. He played for the Ignite last year.
Yes. Here's Adebayo, the kick out. Hero on a pump. Hero on a drive. Hero gives it up. Burks. Top side, 3-ball rimmed out. Pulled down by Vooch. And the Bulls off and running left to right. Over the timeline, Giddey against Adebayo. Giddey leaves it for Vooch. In front. Here's Herter, dribble drive, jump pass, tracked down by Kobe with 10 on the clock. Kobe weaving. Kobe gives it up to Bazelis. Between the legs dribble. Wants it. Driving on Hero to the rim. And he floats it in. Timeout Miami. And here come the Bulls. 76-59 Miami. This crowd has come to life here in Chicago. 7:23 left third on 670 the score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play. Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Today will be tough, but that is our strength. Because if you're fighting cancer, our doctors, researchers, technologies, and treatments fight back even harder. If your lungs or heart fail you, our people won't. At Loyola Medicine, we're leaders in transplant and heart and vascular care. Whatever you're facing, we'll find a way. Because when things are at their worst, we're at our best. Visit loyolamedicine.org/ourbest to learn more.
There's nothing quite like local. Local is a rematch on your neighborhood pickleball court. It's wearing blue and orange on a Sunday, tailgating at the game, or meeting up with friends at your favorite spot. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Join us in your community for fun experiences this season, like a chance to meet your favorite players. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with Circa Sports in the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Bulls fans, basketball season is here. Just like Chicago dominates on their home court, you can make your home a champion with Benjamin Moore paint. From bold colors that energize your space to timeless classics that bring comfort, Benjamin Moore has the perfect shade for every fan. Trusted by pros, loved by homeowners, our paint is built to perform. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer today and score your home court advantage. Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find an independently owned retailer near you.
And we're back. Bulls making a little run. They've outscored Miami 12-5 here in the third quarter to get things off to a good start. Download the Bulls app presented by AT&T. Enjoy new and improved features, including personalized notifications, exclusive drops, team stats, and more. Download now at bulls.com/app. Now, Tyler Hero, who had 23 points in the first half, has not scored yet here in the third quarter.
Yep,
and someone on this broadcast team is very happy with that. But, Charlie, yes, and that's what the Bulls have done. They're playing much more physical right now. They're challenging Miami offensively. And then Bazelis, who's picked things up here a little bit, having his way. All of a sudden, Bazelis has waken up. He had 5 points at halftime. He's got 9 now, so he's had the last 4 points for the Bulls. And again, defensively, you have to keep playing physical with this Miami team and not give them easy shots and not let them get clear paths to the basket.
Tyler Buteball, along with Tyler Farringall in our Bulls network stations. 670 the score. The only local Chicago call. Good to have you with us. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Whittington, Alyssa Bergamini, Rich Wyatt getting it done here. Miami ball after the timeout. Wiggins line to the lane. Wiggins on Vooch going upstairs, and we got a foul as Adebayo got undercut on the play in the paint as he went for a lob, and that's going to go on Giddey.
Yeah, Giddey was right there, got under him and tried to knock away. Not a bad play right there. Gave him a little bump just as he was leaving the ground.
He's going to be side out of bounds with Wiggins putting the ball in play. Andrew Wiggins, 22 minutes with a 15-5-1 game. Wiggins bent by Herter, 35 feet away in front. Belt high, left-hand dribble. Wiggins is holding the back of the jersey of Wiggins, and Wiggins lost the ball. He picks it up with 11 on the shot clock. They go to Hero, driving on Giddey with a floater with right hand good.
Did not see. As soon as you pointed that out, Charlie.
Yes.
What did he do? He scored.
Here's Herter. Herter steps back, lines it up. No, from 19, pulled down with authority with a snatching right arm of Kel'el Ware.
Kel'el Ware.
Hero foul line left. Nope. Rebound Giddey. 78-59 in favor of the Heat. Giddey over the midcourt line. And his shot rejected as he split the defense, but we have another foul on Miami. I believe they're going to call this on Ware. Yep. This is going to put Josh Giddey at the line for Giddey, Bill. His appearances number 3 and 4, working on a 15.6 rebound, 4 assist game, playing with that injured hand.
Yep.
He missed a couple of ball games against Washington and Philadelphia to close out the season, and he missed 5. He played 70 games for the Bulls, Bill, and really turned around his season with the Bulls in his first year in Chicago after the All-Star break in that trade. What did that trade do for him, Bill?
For Giddey?
As far as, no, I'm talking about the 3-team deal, Sacramento and the Spurs.
The one that we just did just now.
The trade deadline,
The trade deadline, yeah.
Affect Giddey.
It gave him an opportunity to be a leader on this team, and both on the floor and in the locker room right now, and I think he's taking full advantage of it.
Giddey goes 1 or 2. Hero, dribble drive on Giddey. Tucks inside. The fade from 13, no. Loose ball, and it's Kobe. 78-60, Miami. Over the timeline, Kobe with wraparound dribble to go to Vooch. to Bazelis. Picked up by Adebayo. Back to Vooch. Left wing pass, Giddey. 11 on the clock. Giddey probing. Gibby over the shoulder pass to Vooch. Vooch lost the handle. Double on the ball. Bazelis steps in. Left side three. Off the mark. Wiggins with a board.
Yeah, it's one and done right now. Rebounding war 28-26. Bulls 7 of 23 from behind the three-point line.
Wiggins with the step back, open three. No rebound. Giddey. That was dangerous right there.
Bulls got lucky right there. Vooch a little bit late on the matchup out.
Kobe with a pull-up left side three, good. And the Bulls within 15, 78-63, 5:22 left third. Bulls trail by as many as 25, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. Bulls making a push to get back in this game. 78-63 with 5:17 left here in the third quarter. Chuck and I'll be back right after this on 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app. For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on SiriusXM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
Because sometimes the music needs to speak for itself. Calm your commute with the instrumental channels on the SiriusXM app. From smooth jazz and epic orchestras to lo-fi beats and high-energy rock anthems. Find over a dozen instrumental channels available anytime. At home, on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Registration is now open for Bulls Kid Nation Youth Hoop Summer Camps and Clinics by BMO. Programs are open to all skill levels ages 5 to 14. Visit bulls.com/kidnation to sign up today. Well, the Bulls making a push, Charlie. 16-7 here in the third quarter. The Bulls were down by as many as 25. Score now 78-63. Miami Heat. And points in the paint. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your home with premium color and quality. Points in the paint 38-28 right now in favor of the Miami Heat.
Bulls send out Williams, Bazelis, White, Dalen Terry, and Vooch. Mitchell, along with Burks, Wiggins, Highsmith, and Adebayo. This is a very small lineup for Miami. Once a 25-point lead, whittled to 15, 5:17 left, third. Right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Network, wherever you're listening. Good to have you with us. Mitchell on the inbounds. It goes to Wiggins, the return pass. Davion Mitchell off the high screen from Adebayo. At the foul line, Mitchell on a teardrop up and good from 7 feet.
He got all the way in. Kobe White was right there, but didn't want to come over and help because he was worried about getting out to the three-point line. But
yeah. Here's Kobe, top side, rainbow three, rimmed out, rebound. Burks. Yeah, I agree with you, Bill. I mean, he was able to negotiate all the way to the rim way too easy.
It was almost like the Bulls were in a zone, but it wasn't a zone. It was a match-up man, but
Adebayo lets it fly into right corner 3. No. Rebound Terry. Here's Kobe, line to the lane. Kobe to the rack. Shot rejected. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Bulls ball on the right baseline with 16 on the clock. 4:33 to go third. 80-63 Miami. Well, you know, if I'm Bam Adebayo, things are working so well in the paint. Why would you take that right corner 3?
I agree with you so much right now. Just attack the paint. That's how they've had their success. They started off by driving against the Bulls.
And then Terry threw it away. Intercepted by Adebayo on the runway with a power right-handed slam.
That was a miscommunication between Vooch and Terry. Vooch started roll back to the ball. Turnover number 13. Bulls have given up 19 points off of those turnovers.
Patrick Williams terminates the dribble on the right elbow to Terry, and we're going to have a foul on Wiggins off the ball.
Yeah, he got wrapped up with Vooch trying to pull him out because Vooch had the advantage and was getting ready to post up right in front of the rim.
4:17 left third, 82-63 Miami. Big turnaround, Bill, with turnovers. Yeah. Miami and the Bulls.
Yeah, as I said, 13 turnovers for the Bulls. Vooch going to the foul line. 5 turnovers for Miami right now.
Vooch with a double-double. Again, these stats here, folks, in the play-in tournament don't count.
So why are you bringing them up?
Because he had 45 on the season, 5 of the 6 in April. Remember, he played sparingly in Game 82 at Philadelphia. He makes the first of 2, 82-64 Heat.
If they don't count, then why are we playing the game?
I agree. Hey, listen, Bill. I don't make the rules. I'm just the broadcaster.
If they don't count, just go first team to score 2 points wins. I don't understand. And that's a hill that I would battle on.
Wiggins up top, Mitchell. 82-65. Miami. Mitchell driving on Kobe. Jump pass. Deflected. And it's still loose. And we're going to have a foul. I think they're going to call Bazelis with a push. Yeah. Did Wiggins embellish that, Bill?
Well, they ran into each other, and they ran pretty hard. But it's a 50-50 ball. It's a loose ball on the floor.
Yeah, that's a foul.
But you could have called a foul on, well, I guess it goes to the guy who gets there first. And that was Wiggins.
And Wiggins should sell it. Wiggins, belt high left end, dribble left wing. Draws a double team. Adebayo, the swing out. Burks off it. Adebayo screen at the top of the key. Burks, left corner pass, and he stepped on the near sideline out of bounds. Haywood Highsmith with the violation. 3:44 to go. Third, 82-65 Miami. Herter will advance right forecourt. Right about Burks, 30 feet away, dances off right side. They run pick and roll with Vooch, flips it up. No, hits the floor, wanted a foul. Down the floor, on the runway, Mitchell, jump pass, inside Wiggins, and Wiggins got stripped, recovered by Mitchell to Highsmith with the handoff, Davion Mitchell. And Terry sticking right with him, right side, Burks, 4-3, popped out. Too strong. Rebound, Dalen Terry. Accelerates over the midcourt line. Terry, jump pass, left side, Giddey. They're going to back off on him. Let's see what Josh does. Looping pass accepted by Vooch. Inside Dalen Terry. Shot by, blocked by Burks, and it went off the Bulls out of bounds.
Got knocked off of Vooch. I got to give Bam Adebayo credit. Vooch was going to the basket the last possession, not this one. And he did a great job and stopped Vooch in his tracks. Just chest to chest bumped him and did not let Vooch get going to the basket. So got to give credit where credit is due defensively for Bam Adebayo.
Yep. Miami with 5 blocks. They finished last in block shots, by the way, in the league with 3 per game. Mitchell at the foul line. Adebayo rises up short. Not even close. Rebound, Dalen Terry. Terry, the lead pass. Giddey to the rim. Jump pass. And we have a foul on the Heat or?
On the Heat, Mitchell.
Yep. We have 2:43 to go. Third, 82-65 Miami. And that's going to put Giddey back at the line where he's 3 of 4. And the Bulls are 9 of 11.
Got Taylor Horton-Tucker ready to check in the game.
And you know what that means, Bill.
Yeah, substitution sponsored by Remy Martin, the official Spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence. What else does it mean, Charlie?
Well, it means that Taylor Horton-Tucker is on the floor for one reason, and one reason alone. He's going to get some buckets.
Yes, and he's going to attack the rim. He likes to put it on the floor. And she's got to be aware of where the help defense is coming from, because right now, Miami has been terrific protecting the paint.
Giddey drains 2 free throws, 82-67. Miami. Giddey in 26 minutes, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Wiggins fakes left, goes right, lines up, top side 3, no, rebound, Adebayo, and we're going to have a loose ball foul. I think they're going to get Kevin Huerter with a push in the back.
And we are in the third quarter, sponsored by AARP. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Adebayo just as a grinder. 15 points, 9 rebounds. But, Bill, his offensive touch in the third quarter, he's been short on free throws. He missed badly on a right corner 3. Mitchell on the inbounds. It goes to Highsmith in front to Hero, who's 9 of 12. He's got 25, but only 2 in the second half. Driving on Vooch. Jump bounce left side. Mitchell in the paint. Threw it away. He intercepted by Giddey. The lead. White. Open right side 3. In and out. Stays out. Oh, that would have brought the house down. Rebound Miami. Wow. Here's Hero. Dribble drive in the lane with a pull-up 5-footer good.
Yeah, nice move right there. Kobe was trying to get back into play, but he cut him off, kept him on his back, and then Vooch couldn't leave Adebayo under the basket alone.
Kobe backs it out now, and Adebayo, another switch by the Heat. Here's Kobe. A lot of contact. Throws it near the rim, draws the foul, shoots 2. 84-67 Miami with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. Miami 49% from the field, 42% from 3. The Bulls at 40%, but only 30% from three-point range. Kobe at the line. What's he done tonight, Bill? His stat line.
Kobe on the night, 5 of 16 from the floor, 3 of 9 now from behind the three-point line. He's 1 of 2 from the foul line. He has 2 rebounds, 14 points, 4 assists on the night.
White in 3 games against the Heat, 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Another free throw, and he makes 1 of 2. By the way, that was his first miss of the season against Miami. He made 21 straight. Here's Mitchell, dribble drive in the lane, double on the ball. Wow. The pass inside Hero. The handoff, threw it away, but we got a whistle and a foul as Hero hit the deck.
Wow.
They're going to call this on Vooch with a push. And they're going to look at it, Bill, to see whether or not that should be a challenge.
Yeah, Huerter's saying right away they should challenge it.
And Billy Donovan looking at his assistant.
Yeah, there's contact. Oh, my.
And you got to love the Chicago faithful here.
Yes, I do.
Their opinion on the NBA officials. That's going to put Hero at the line. Hero, the first of 2 up and good. We're going to have a timeout taken by Billy Donovan. Hero will return to the stripe after the timeout. 85-68 Heat. 1:35 to go third on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Oh, my goodness, that was sick.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. Maybe that's why we think about basketball a lot. The plays, the swagger, the glory, the game. And when we're not thinking about basketball, we're thinking about things that elevate our own game. It starts with a lineup of star players, like the 2025 Kia Telluride X-Line, with capability that takes us to another level. The best seats in the house, all 7 of them. Ground clearance that propels us even higher. And available dual panoramic displays that steal the show. These are the things that occupy our minds. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. The stylish 3-row 2025 Kia Telluride X-Line all-wheel drive. Kia, official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
And we're back in the United Center, and the Chicago Bulls making a little push to get back in this game. Remember, they were down by as many as 25 points, have not led in this game, but here in the third quarter, they're up 21-14 in the third quarter, making this push as Tyler Hero is at the foul line again. He made the first of 2. And Billy Donovan called a timely timeout to ice him at the foul line. Did it work?
Yep, we'll find out, folks. Hero flexing his arms. The release, it is up. Got it. You know what, Bill? He really set the tone early in the first quarter.
He did drive into the basket. He made his first 3 shots at the rim, Charlie. And then his team was doing the same. Then all of a sudden he starts hitting threes.
Hero with the strip. Hero on the runway. Hero throws it down on yet another Bulls turnover, William.
Yeah, and he just poked the ball away. Williams was able to pick it up and throw it down to him. And fast break.
Kobe, Proby, backdoor cut. Horton Tucker, right corner Vooch, right wing Herter. Herter's pass through the hands of White, who collects 6 on the clock. Kobe driving, splits the defense, and we've got a foul. With 64 seconds left third, 88-68 Miami.
And again, this Miami defense, Charlie, has been on point. They're very active. They tip the ball. And if the Bulls don't make a good pass, and that pass out to Kobe at the top, he was not a great pass. He kind of fumbled the ball. If you're not ready to catch and shoot right away, it's going to be tough.
Kobe for the first of 2, up and good. Again, these turnovers, folks, have been a major magnifying statistic. 14 turnovers leading to 21 Miami points.
We talked about that in the pregame. You can't turn the ball over against this Miami team. And they're a good defensive team. They're going to try and force it. So you have to take extra care of the basketball, and you have to make good passes. The Bulls have made some passes to guys that were wide open, but because the passes were at their ankles or they had to take a step to catch it, they couldn't get a shot off.
Hero covered by Gideon Vooch, and they swing it out. And a bad pass by Robinson. Intercepted by Horton Tucker. Fumble the ball to Giddey, and Giddey lays it in with right hand. 40 seconds to go third. 88-72 Heat. Hero again. Steps back. Right side 3. No. Rebound. Giddey on the far sideline. Goes right full court. Left wing. Felt high. Left hand dribble. Holds and looks. They go to Vooch. To Kobe. 15 on the clock. Kobe with a wraparound. High screen from Vooch. Kobe wants it. Fields it against Bam Adebayo. Now they go to Herter with 7 on the shot clock. 15 seconds left third. They blitz Herter on a double team. Bounce pass. Right corner. Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker on a post up. Turnaround jumper. Got it! What a shot! Taylor Horton Tucker. 6 seconds to go. Great seat over the midcourt line. Davion Mitchell against Horton Tucker. 2 seconds to go. And he turned the ball over. We go to the fourth quarter. We have ourselves a ball game, folks. And this crowd is loving it as Taylor Horton Tucker on a right elbow jumper. 88-74 Miami. Stick around, folks. Only local Chicago coverage right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls basketball.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app. The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
The temperature is rising. The flowers are blooming. And Happy Radio is here to make your days even brighter. Playing nothing but feel-good hits to put a pep in your step. Listen to our collection of happy radio channels anytime at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
NBA Radio on SiriusXM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Welcome back into 670 The Score. The Heat lead the Bulls by 14, 88-74 entering the final frame. The Bulls were listed as a 2-point home favorite. Total points, that was set at 220. One more quarter to go. Courtside odds are presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today. Chuck and Bill, back to you courtside.
Thank you, Alyssa. And the Bulls are down 25, but pushed back, down 12 points right now. Defense got much more effective, much more physical against this Miami team. Cut them off, and they outscored 27-17 here in the third, or there in the third quarter. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. You've got to continue that now and find a way to get your offense going a little bit more. And Jalen Smith now checking into the game, Charlie, for the first time tonight.
Yep. And his fourth double-double on the season on Sunday against Philadelphia. Played in only 2 games against the Heat. Played sparingly, averaged 7.6 rebounds. But again, we have ourselves a ball game. This crowd has never died down here. They have been into this game from day one, even when they were down by 25. Hero against Giddey. Ware sits a screen on the left wing. Hero, the push pass to Anderson. Hayward Highsmith now back to Anderson, 6 on the clock. Anderson, not a three-point shooter, at the top of the key, got a lob and put in by Khalil Ware on the second attempt. The big man out of Indiana.
Yeah,
that was very close offensive cylinder interference.
I agree, because he kind of tipped it, but it didn't go in, but he tipped it again. And
Giddey rainbow three, good! On the right side, right in the grill of Anderson.
It's a big shot right there. Anderson a little late getting out to him, was frustrated because he had a hand up, but he knew he was about a half step slow.
It's a 13-point lead for Miami. The Bulls have never led. Anderson works on the length of Jalen Smith. Anderson, man to go now. Left side, Hero. Splits defense. Hero, shovel pass, and he stepped out of bounds under the end line.
Yep, nice
turnover for Miami.
Highsmith cutting along the baseline, out of bounds. Another turnover. That's number 10 now for Miami.
90-77 Heat over the midcourt line. Josh Giddey, who's been fabulous, turns the corner and a bounce pass intended for Smith. Broken up by Ware, and another turnover for the Bulls. That is number 15. Dribble drive. Mitchell to Anderson. Anderson at the foul line. Ware left side. Mitchell for 3. Nothing but net.
Fans upset because it could have been a travel.
It was a travel. 93-77 Miami. Up top to Smith, left wing now. Taylor, Horton, Tucker, top side 3. Got it!
It's a big-time shot right there. Taylor Horton Tucker. That's what he does. He puts points on the board.
Yes, he does. 13-point lead now. Mitchell works on Giddey. Line to the lane. Mitchell gives it up. Left side, Highsmith to Hero. Hero, single coverage against Kobe. Dribble drive. Wants the ball. Turned it over. Hurler with the steal. To Giddey. To Kobe. Right side 3. Rim down.
That was it right there. That was the one. Oh,
and we have a backcourt foul on Herder. Oh my goodness.
That was to raise the roof right there. These fans would have went nuts if Kobe made that 3. Again, the defense is picked up for the Bulls. Moving your feet better. Slapping at the ball better.
And Bazelis is coming in for Herder. Now, what's this move about, Bill? Tell me about it.
What, bringing Bazelis in right now? It's a little more length defensively, and Herder has only 2 fouls.
Anderson works it. They go to Hero. Hero on a pump. Sidestep to the right. 3 ball. Got it. Count it.
It's offensive foul.
They're going to turn
offensive foul.
No, it's an offensive foul.
Yep.
Hero wants a challenge.
He kicked his leg out. It's an offensive foul. Oh. They're going to review it, but it's an offensive foul. He kicked his leg out.
All right, well,
Bazelis ran by him.
Was that? Did he kick his leg out because Bazelis?
Watch his leg go out right here. You're going to see his legs go out. See it? His legs are forward, and Bazelis went by. So that's an offensive foul. We'll take a break.
Ruling on the floor is an offensive foul on Hero. Miami is challenging the ruling.
Yep, they're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. And Charlie and I will be back right after this on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
To the rack and a right-handed dunk, going coast to coast.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
When you choose Great Lakes Credit Union, you're empowering local communities. As a nonprofit financial institution, GLCU invests in communities throughout Chicagoland, offers free financial counseling, competitive rates, and the services and conveniences of big banks. For example, with our free checking account, you can earn up to 5% APY on your balance. Join us and experience banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
At Northern Illinois Food Bank, hope and generosity work together to provide their communities with fresh, nutritious food, because that's what it takes to make an impact. Northern Illinois Food Bank knows how good food can inspire people. That's why 96% of their resources go directly toward programs to feed neighbors and empower them to thrive. You can help supply hope now. Go to solvehungertoday.org. Northern Illinois Food Bank. Neighbors empowered.
If you're thinking about a new Subaru this season, do yourself a favor and take a short drive north to see my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Mike and his team never inflate prices based on product availability. They've got a great selection of Subaru models in stock, on the way, or you can custom order yours today. I don't always support the teams from up north, but I do when it's Kenosha Subaru. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com. For all you do, Kenosha Subaru.
Today will be the worst day of someone's life, but we'll be ready. Loyola Medicine's Level 1 Trauma Center is prepared for the most severe emergencies. Surgical and emergency teams are ready to perform complex procedures. Doctors, nurses, and technicians who faced just about everything will devote themselves to saving the day and saving lives. Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Visit loyolamedicine.org/ourbest to learn more.
And we're back at the United Center, and we have had a ruling on the call. They challenged it, and I don't know why, because right before they challenged it and said challenge it, they showed it on the big screen, and Hero sticks his leg. And Hero kicks his leg out, so it's obvious what happens. And now Spoelstra can't challenge any more plays now.
And so has picked up his fourth.
Yeah. So good things are happening here in Chicago. Is there enough time left with 9:44 in the fourth quarter? Score of the game, 93-80.
Once a 25-point deficit for the Bulls, and now it's down to 13. 9:44 fourth. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Winnington, Alyssa Bergamini on 670 The Score. Post-game coverage with Bill and Alyssa following the ball game with Kobe. Walks over the timeline. Let's see where the Bulls run after the timeout. High screen from Smith. Here's Kobe. Behind the back pass to Smith to Giddey. Left-hand dribble drive in the paint on Ware with a stop and pop short.
Ware just so long was able to bother that Giddey play. That would have been a nice one for Giddey to stop and look back at Smith.
Mitchell at the point. Mitchell against Thielen. Horton. Tucker runs to his left. Keeps the dribble on the inline. And now they find Wiggins. Wiggins against Kobe White with a spin in the paint. Double on the ball. They go to Hero. Top side. Rainbow three. No. And it's saved and played by Ware. And they go left side. Anderson with a handoff to Hero. Hero against Giddey. Crossing over three times. Dribble drive in the lane. And a big shot. No. And we've got a foul called by Zach Zarba. And it's going to go on Giddey. Got the arm. And so we got free throws coming up now.
And that's Giddey's third foul. Foul shots number 13 and 14 for Miami. The Bulls have been there 17 times.
Heroes 17th in the league in scoring, 24 a game. Heroes free throw up and good. Had a career year, averaged 23 as we mentioned. Bill, he has elevated his game. He was an all-star this year for the first time.
As you talk about guys accepting the role and stepping up since the Jimmy Butler trade, Hero's been that guy here in Miami.
But, Bill, it's interesting. Crunch time with a game 5 points or fewer in the last 5 minutes. He's shooting only 19%.
Yep.
Here's Kobe in the lane, and he finds Jalen Smith. Smith puts it on the deck, almost traveled. The send-out goes to Kobe with 7 on the clock. Kobe has to create 5 on the shot clock. He's about 40 feet away, driving on Mitchell. In the right corner, 1 on the clock. Shot blocked by Mitchell, and a 24-second violation. Davion Mitchell stayed right with Kobe White. A turnover, Bill.
Yeah, number 15 now for the Bulls. And I get it. Kobe's trying to make things happen. But sometimes it's best to move the ball on, let your teammates make a decision, but then cut to the basket. We talked about the old give and go that Miami ran in the first quarter. That was just old school basketball. That play works, especially if you're a player like Kobe, because the defense is so keen on getting the ball out of your hands. They relax when you pass it.
Wiggins up top now to Mitchell. Davion Mitchell, 6'1" guard at a Baylor. Stop and go, dribble drive, Ungiddy with a floater with the right hand up and good. Nice play by Davion Mitchell.
Oh, he's
off the
up.
bench, Bill. He's got 11 points and 7 assists. Here's Vooch on a pump. Vooch on a drive against Ware. Tried it up and under. Shakes, bakes, and a turnaround jump hook. Right hand good from 5 feet in the lane. 97-82 Miami with 7:48 to play in the fourth. Left forecourt now, Tyler Hero, who's pumped in 33. They go left elbow, Mitchell. Anderson to a cutting Hero. Dribble drive with a teardrop. Runner up and good. Deep in the lane. And Tyler Hero with 35.
That's a design play where they pass the ball on the right side of the floor, and Hero comes down the middle from the right side.
Kobe, Taylor, Horton, Tucker right side three. Way off the mark. Rebound Hero. 99-82 Miami with 7:20 left here in the fourth quarter at the United Center in Chicago. 21,380 on hand. No one is left. Hero comes up shooting on Bizelis and a foul. And that was off the dribble. Little 7-footer in the paint. Hero is 8 for 8, Bill. They've taken only 14 free throws.
Oh, my. They're gonna review this.
Yeah, what do you think?
They just showed it. Yeah. You know what? I think his hand got him on the forearm, just on the follow through, and it's going to be close. But I believe they're going to let the call stand. We will take another break with the score. 99.
Zealous, Chicago is challenging the ruling.
And they're taking another second look. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. So we will take a break. 99-82 with 7:09 left here in the fourth quarter on 670 The Score on the Bulls radio.
Feel the excitement of the UEFA Champions League knockout stage on Sirius XM FC. Europe's best clubs.
What a start for Inter! And Barca are level! Brilliant Arsenal goal!
The world's brightest stars.
Mbappe! Kane! Rafinha!
All chasing club soccer's ultimate prize.
A new page in their glorious history!
The Champions League knockout stage, where legends are made. On Sirius XM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app. The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Celebrate the spirit of Easter on Sirius XM. Hear masses throughout the week on the Catholic Channel, including Easter Mass from Rome, New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. Embrace the promise of hope on Good Friday and Easter Sunday on Joel Osteen Radio.
You are full of resurrection power.
And celebrate the life of Jesus on the Billy Graham Channel. Plus, hear exclusive interviews, performances, and music for the occasion on the SiriusXM app. Just search Easter.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
And we are back at the United Center, and we are just waiting to hear if the challenge was successful or not. Well, Billy Donovan challenged the call on Buzelis on Hero, and I believe that it was not overturned.
Yeah, Hero's going to the foul line, William. Yep. This place is rocking. Down by 17 with 7:09 to go.
Welcome to the jungle. We got the fun and games.
I always have fun, Bill.
Yes, and I got the games.
was unsuccessful. It was a
so now both teams no longer get a challenge anymore. Points in the paint, Charlie, has been a big story here tonight, and that's going to be our great stat of the game, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Points in the paint, unfortunately, 52 for Miami, 32 for the Bulls. And whenever you get 50 points in the paint, that's a good number. And they have it already with 7:09 left here in the fourth quarter.
Hero misfired on his first missed free throw in 9 attempts. Wow. Wipes the perspiration on his shorts, takes a deep breath, spins that ball. One bounce, the release, it is up. Rimming got it. So we have 7:09 to play, folks. 182. Heat by 18 with 7:07 to go here in the fourth quarter on 670 the score. Herter. And they go up top to Vooch. Not looking for a shot. He drags the dribble. And he picks up the bounce, and they go to Kobe. Fakes left, goes right, steps back. One-on-one against Adebayo. 5 on the clock. Kobe creating, met by Anderson. Steps back, tough shot, 3, no. Rebound, loose. Herter took it away from Miami. Top side 3 by Giddey, no. Rebound, and went off Herter. Oh, yep.
Yep, and that was a tough set for the Bulls.
Yeah, Bill.
They denied Kobe White come off the screen, the dribble handoff with Vooch, so he went back down and tried to set a screen for Buzelis, but the miscommunication was there, and it delayed the play. And
all right, so Kyle Anderson getting time at crunch time as we approach. Anderson met by Herter. Anderson gives it up. Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has played extremely well tonight. Men on a double team. Adebayo rises up. Left side 3 now. Flying in for the rebound. Mattis Buzelis. 6:13 remaining. Fourth quarter. Right forecourt, Kevin Herter. 182 Miami. Let's see what the Bulls run here. Buzelis one-on-one with Andrew Wiggins at the foul line. Wants it, feels it, out of control, and threw it away. Another turnover.
Number 16 for the Bulls. They've given up 26 points off of those turnovers.
Yep. Mitchell's going to spread the floor. Now he's going to take Buzelis to the rim. Gives it up. And a pass to Anderson. And it caromed in the right corner to Tyler Hero with 3 on the clock. Hero gets Herter to the rim. Puts it in with 2 hands. Running baseline right. Billy Donovan very animated. Burns a timeout. 5:35 to go here in the fourth. 102-82. Heat by 20. Let's take a break on 670 the score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Midcourt. Oh! It's gone! What a ball game!
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, basketball season is here. Just like Chicago dominates on their home court, you can make your home a champion with Benjamin Moore paint. From bold colors that energize your space to timeless classics that bring comfort, Benjamin Moore has the perfect shade for every fan. Trusted by pros, loved by homeowners, our paint is built to perform. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer today and score your home court advantage. Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find an independently owned retailer near you.
Babe, why do you always cancel our plans when it rains?
It's not me, it's my tires. They slide everywhere. I'm scared.
So, it's not that you don't want to see me?
Of course not. But my car handles like it's on a slip and slide.
Don't let bad tires ruin your relationships.
Finally, some commitment.
Atturo tires give you better grip and shorter stops, rain or shine. Visit Achiro.com for an instant quote from a local authorized dealer. Because safer tires lead to happier endings.
And we're back at the United Center. Chicago Bulls down 20 with 5:35 left. And the Bulls offense just struggling right now. Miami Heat offense is not struggling. They average 110 points a game, Charlie. They have 102 with 5:35 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Down by 20 with 5.5 to play. Giddey strolling to his right forecourt to Vooch. Picks up the bounce, foul line left, but a handoff. Taylor Horton Tucker to Giddey. Giddey, Proby, Giddey with a floater with the right hand, no. Loose, and it's kept in play by Hero, and then the pass hit the back of the backboard. It ricocheted out of bounds. And so we have 5:15 to go. 102-82 Miami.
Charlie, the Bulls shooting 39% from the field right now. And you look at Giddey's numbers. He's got 23 points, 8 rebounds, but only 4 assists. And Bulls just not making shots.
Giddey, baseline right, holding and looking. Giddey in play to Kobe. Kobe goes up top to Bazelis. Bazelis to Vooch, mid-post left with his back to the rim. Works on Bam Adebayo with 15 on the clock. Turn around, 11-footer, rim down. It's loose, and in backcourt, tracked down by Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins in 31 minutes, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Works the handle on Giddey, crossing over 3 times. Stop and go dribble drive with a spin to the rim and a foul on Giddey.
And it's going to be Giddey's 4th foul right there.
They're really targeting Giddey, Bill.
Yeah, they're right now. You're right, spreading the floor, one-on-one. Wiggins going down the middle of the lane with a spin on Giddey, and the Bulls over the limit.
Now all of a sudden, Bill Winnington, there is a hush in this building.
How about Miami team fouls here in the fourth quarter? You know how many they have? 0. Bulls have 4. And the next one's going to be the bonus. Then the other thing is the 16 turnover. And that was the one thing I talked about in the pregame. And I actually was on the score this morning talking about it. And turnovers worried me. And if the Bulls could keep the turnovers to 10, that would have been a good thing for the game. But they have 16 now.
Wiggins goes 0 for 2 from the line. And fans get a sandwich over the midcourt line. Giddey to Vooch. Topside, deep 3, no. Boy, not sure about that shot, Bill. Rebound Miami.
That was a heat check before you got hot.
That was a shot that, hey, if I make it, it's a 20-point shot. Adebayo against Bazelis. Left side, Mitchell. Near corner, Wiggins. Dials up a 3, book it. 105-82, Miami with 4:19 left. Taylor Horton Tucker driving on Tyler Hero to the rim with a scoop, and we're going to have a charge on Taylor Horton Tucker. And now fans are filing out here at the United Center, Bill. We have 4:13 left here in the fourth quarter, 105-82. The Heat have led from the opening tip.
And just took off. I mean, the first quarter started. It was 15-5, Charlie.
Yep. Hero, who started the ball game with a layup. Hero left elbow 3, now rebound Giddey. Over the timeline, Josh Giddey. Giddey rolls a pass in front to Vooch. Standing on right wing, Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker to Vooch. Mid-post right, back to Horton Tucker. Left side Giddey. The touch to Kobe. Kobe in the far corner. Bazelis for 3, no. Rebound, touch pass, up and good by Vooch.
Well, good ball movement there by the Bulls to get a decent shot, but Vooch down under the boards.
105-84, Miami with 3.5 to play, and Miami wants to eat that clock, Bill. They've spread the floor, left forecourt. Bam Adebayo challenged by Bazelis, and Adebayo's going to crank it up for 3. No, rebound Giddey.
Yeah, Bazelis was there, but he left, and then Vooch was coming out to him.
Kobe on a pump, sidestep left, 3 ball up, Rimmy, no. Rebound Adebayo. And, Bill, we are at the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Miami 105 and the Bulls 84. The Bulls beat the Heat 3 straight in regular season play.
And Miami's beat the Bulls 3 straight in playing.
Well, games. Not yet.
No.
Here's Zero. Got stripped, turned it over. Horton Tucker down the floor to Giddey. Giddey on a 4-on-3. And they go to Kobe. Slicing in the paint to Giddey with a floater up and good with a right hand with 2:37 to go. 105-86 Miami.
Don't know if there's enough time left for a big run here.
Yep. And Kobe fouls Mitchell, stopping the clock. Well, the Bulls trailed by as many as 25 at the 3:18 mark of the second quarter, 62-37. Bulls kind of chipped away at this lead, Bill, in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, it's been all heat. 105-86, make it a 106-86 game. 2:29 left in the fourth quarter. Bill, such a disappointing performance by the Bulls. They were in a nice rhythm and zone in the last 2 months. And really, of the remaining teams in this play-in tournament, they were playing the best ball of all four. Giddey, laser topside three now, rebounded by Adebayo. 107-86 Miami with 2:18 to go in the fourth. Adebayo will advance left forecourt. But you got to give Miami a lot of credit.
Yep. Well, they came out. They started the game off. The Bulls made some adjustments. Miami played real physical in the first half, which they always do. And the Bulls responded in the third quarter, but Miami withstood the storm.
Mitchell near corner Wiggins on Giddey. Wiggins cutting in the lane, floats it in with the right hand, left to right in the paint. 1:45 to go, 109-86 Miami. And the Bulls turn it over. So, Bill, 109-86 Miami, and here the Heat, Bill, they go through the Jimmy Butler phase. They lost 10 in a row at one stage.
Yep.
And yet Eric Spoelstra said, hey, you know what? We're going to stay the course. They're headed to Atlanta. Dribble drive Anderson, and he's fouled going to the rack. With 1:23 left, 109-86 Miami. I think, Bill, you're going to dissect this game with Alyssa Bergametti post-game, but all you have to do is look at the turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers hurt. And then in the first half, three-point shooting for Miami they were unconscious. And you add that, the three-point shooting and the turnovers together, it's not a recipe for success.
Nope.
And the frustration is set in. And Billy Donovan now taking the starters out.
Well, you know what, Bill? The Bulls can build on these players such as Kobe White, Josh Giddey, if he elects to re-sign, and we're hoping he does.
Yep.
Mattis Buzelis, a promising young man at the age of 20, the 11th overall pick, a steal in the draft, a kid who loves the game, wants to get better in every department. Anderson at the foul line short, rebound Taylor Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker over the timeline, crossing over, splits the defense and rolls it in with the right hand in the paint. 109-88 Miami, and we're down to the final 1 minute and 13 seconds.
And again, the Bulls are going to fail to score 100 points here.
Yep.
And I want to say that's just the fifth or sixth time all season.
Yep.
That they have not.
Miami turns it over. They throw it away. The Bulls averaged 122 points against Miami in regular season play. That's 3 games,
yep.
Bill. And tonight, 88.
Yep. And
what was the difference, Bill?
I think the defense had just the physical play of Miami as Horton Tucker with a spin move and gets 2 points. But, Miami just came out from the get-go and they played physical.
37 seconds left. Miami's going to eat the clock here. 109-90 Miami. Jaime Jaquez, second-year player at UCLA, comes up shooting and an air ball. Buzelis stayed right with him. Bulls will put it in play with 27 seconds left.
Yeah, Jaquez has been in and out of the lineup. He dropped out, was playing, didn't play, but played in the last game, had a big game.
Yes, he did.
But, those, just like the game in Philadelphia for the Bulls, not everybody played. So, big opportunity, but This Miami team's going to be interesting going forward.
Yep. Horton Tucker missed badly on the right side, so the Miami Heat will advance left forecourt. And this ball game is over. Billy Donovan meeting Eric Spoelstra at midcourt. Ball game over, season over. And for the third straight year, the Miami Heat have eliminated the Chicago Bulls from play-in tournament competition. The final here at the United Center. Miami 109 and the Bulls 90. We're going to recap the ball game in a moment right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Basketball Network.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
This has been a presentation of Chicago Bulls basketball in 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by Great Clips, Circa Resort and Casino, Northern Illinois Food Bank, Loyola Medicine, Marquette Bank, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, and Remy Martin. Get everything Bulls basketball anytime. The latest news, stats, video highlights, and more at 670thescore.com. And remember to listen to every Chicago Bulls game right here on 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home of the Bulls. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in-utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11 provides quality, value, and service in all facets of the commercial, industrial, and institutional roofing and waterproofing industry. Promoting skilled craftsmen and craftswomen through apprenticeship training, Local 11 members are trained in the application of the latest roofing and waterproofing technology. They're at the forefront of design and installation of environmentally friendly solar, green, and garden systems. To find a highly skilled roofing contractor today, go to ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
Remy Martin's legacy of celebrating communities and excellence in sports and the music scene. The heart and soul of local communities created cultural movements that paved the way for the future. Enjoy Remy Martin 1738 Sidecar, Remy Martin VSOP with ginger ale, or create your own cocktails. Find inspiration and more fresh recipes at RemyMartin.com. Remy Martin. Team up for excellence. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
There's nothing quite like local. Local is a rematch on your neighborhood pickleball court. It's wearing blue and orange on a Sunday, tailgating at the game, or meeting up with friends at your favorite spot. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Join us in your community for fun experiences this season, like a chance to meet your favorite players. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
Welcome to the Chicago Bulls postgame show on 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by Great Clips, Circa Resort and Casino, Marquette Bank, Loyola Medicine, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, and Remy Martin. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
All right, we're going to recap the ball game as the Bulls season, the 24-25 campaign, has finished here at the United Center, 109.90. Let's pause station ID and the Bulls basketball.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell, every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
HD2 Chicago.
All right, the Chicago Bulls held to 16 fourth-quarter points after making a run at Miami, and the Bulls lose to the Heat 109-90, eliminated from postseason activity as the Miami Heat led by as many as 25. They lit up the Bulls for 39 in the first quarter and never looked back. They led wire to wire. They got 32 more in the second quarter. The Bulls were led in scoring by the 25 of Josh Giddey, who went 9 of 21 from the field. Giddey with 25 points along with 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers in a block shot in 40 minutes. Kevin Huerter with 10 points. Metis Pizzellis with a 9.6 rebound game. Vucevic had a double-double of 16 points and 12 rebounds and 1 assist. Kobe White went 5 of 20, 3 of 12 from three-point range. as White finished with 17 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, and 7 of the Bulls' 18 turnovers. Off the bench, Patrick Williams scoreless in 15 minutes. Dalen Terry, 2 points in 13 minutes. Zach Collins played only 5 minutes with a couple of points. Taylor Horton-Tucker with 9 points in 16 minutes. Jalen Smith played 3.5 minutes scoreless. Julian Phillips played just over a minute scoreless. The Bulls shot only 39%. 27% from three-point country, 10 of 37. They went 14 of 17 from the foul line. Giddey and White combined for 11 of their 17 free throw attempts. The Heat out-rebounded the Bulls 36-31, and the Bulls had 15 assists. But again, the bottom line story, turnovers. 18 for the Bulls, leading to 26 Miami points. And for the Heat, Andrew Wiggins with 20. Bam Adebayo with a double-double of 15 and 12. Rookie Khalil Ware in 22 minutes had 6 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Alec Burks with 2 points. Tyler Hero in 37 minutes, absolutely sensational. He poured in 38 points, went 9 of 10 from the foul line, buried 3 triples, had 4 assists, but he also had 7 turnovers, but he also had 38 points. Haywood Highsmith with 5. Davion Mitchell with 15 points, 8 assists. Duncan Robinson with 8. Miami shot 49%, 37% from 3, 14 of 22 from the foul line, 63%. They did turn it over 15 times, but the Bulls managed to score only 13 points. Again, the final 109-90 Heat over the Bulls, as the Miami Heat scored 56 points in the paint. 21,380. Watch Miami beat the Bulls for the first time this year after dropping 3 straight in regular season play. They come back and win in the play-in tournament. Many thanks to Tyler Buterball, Tyler Farringle, and all, for that matter, all the 5 folks on the Bulls Network. Not only our local stations on the network, but also 670 The Score, all the men and women who put our broadcast together. And I'm not only talking about the engineers and producers, I'm talking about the people who put the network stations together. I'm talking about the advertising people, the traffic people who put the logs together so we know what we sound like. And, of course, Rich Wyatt, who, without any question whatsoever, is the best engineer we've ever worked with and the greatest engineer in the NBA. This is Chuck Swirsky, and on behalf of all of us with Bulls Radio, along with the czar of sports radio, Mitch Rosen, Ryan Porth, and company, we want to say thank you, not only to Bulls ownership and management, the coaching staff, the players, all the people connected with the Bulls. Thank you. This has been a grind, but we love each and every game. Unfortunately, it's come to an end for the 24-25 campaign for the 3rd straight year. The Miami Heat definitely have the Bulls numbers, eliminating the Bulls from postseason play. In a moment, Alyssa Bergametti, who does a great job, she and Bill Wennington are going to dissect this game. And this is Chuck Swirsky, always a pleasure. Lord willing, we'll be back next year to talk Bulls ball. I love my job, I love the people, and I love the NBA, and I certainly love our listeners. Thanks so much. Again, the final, Miami 109 and the Bulls 90. Let's take a break right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio.
Rory McIlroy on his knees. He's won the Masters.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM. Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
He had to get off the deck to win this tournament.
And expert golf analysis on Channel 92.
It was the most heart-stopping, thrill-a-second Masters I can ever recall.
Live sports talk when you need it on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
That is why we fall so much in love with sports.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app. for the best basketball talk every afternoon. Don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Hear every game of the NBA playoffs on Sirius XM.
He's going to fire up a three for the win! He hit it!
Don't miss a second of the action all the way through the NBA Finals.
Tatum has to force a three at the buzzer, and he got it!
And throughout the playoffs, get closer to the storylines that matter on NBA Radio, Channel 86.
There are certain guys that you need to be a part of your roster to win NBA championships.
Listen to home and away broadcasts of every NBA playoff game on your radio and the Sirius XM app.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Billy Donovan meeting Eric Spoelstra at midcourt. Ball game over, season over. And for the third straight year, the Miami Heat have eliminated the Chicago Bulls from play-in tournament competition. The final here at the United Center. Miami 109 and the Bulls 90.
Well, it was some bonus basketball here at the United Center. Bulls hosting the Miami Heat in a winner-go-home situation. And it was the Heat who outplayed the Bulls in 3 out of 4 quarters. The Heat's biggest lead was by 25 points. The Bulls, they struggled with turnovers. They committed 18 turnovers, leading to 26 points for Miami. Miami, they also poured in 56 points in the paint, so it was not pretty for the home Chicago Bulls, as Miami, the 10th place in the East, they defeat the 9th place Bulls by 19 points. The final score, 109-90, going the way of Miami. And Miami will advance and play the Hawks in Atlanta on Friday as the Bulls begin their summer vacation in the month of April. As the 2024-25 season comes to a close, we'll welcome into 670 The Score, courtside at the United Center. I'm Melissa Bergamini. Alongside me, he is just so lovely that he is staying for our post-game show here. It is 3-time NBA champion Bill Wennington. You know, this wouldn't be a good post-game show without you, so you have to stay for at least this one. Bill, I listened to you earlier on The Score, which you were phenomenal at, as always. And then tonight you said this line again. Hard to beat a team 4 times. And you were accurate on that. The Bulls swept Miami in the regular season, but when it mattered most, the Heat took over. They prevailed tonight over the Bulls. The Bulls never led in this game, as I mentioned. 11 first-half turnovers for Chicago, 18 total. Yeah, the Bulls did win that third quarter battle, but Miami, they simply closed it out. They had the mojo going. So how did the Heat just take control early on? They set the tone. They remained in control to advance, and they will be in Atlanta now on Friday as you now start your vacation as well.
They'll win in Atlanta.
Okay.
And because they'll play the same way. And they came out in the first quarter and played physical. And we like to say, and you'll often hear players saying they came out and they punched us in the mouth. And the Bulls tried to respond to that in the third quarter, and they got back into it a little bit. And that was the quarter that they outscored Miami by 10 points, 27-17. But again, against a team like Miami, having a 20-point lead is a big lead.
Yeah.
You can't. It's so hard to fight back with this team because they are a good defensive team. And again, saying don't get turnovers is an easy thing to do, to say. But this is a team that you really have to take care of the basketball against because they do get in the passing lanes. They do protect the paint. So when you drive to the bucket, you're going to get bumped. And that's the way they play. It is a play-in game, so the referees were letting it go a little bit more like the playoffs. So it's a lot more physical than a regular season. And unfortunately, in the first half, the Bulls just couldn't turn it around. And then halfway through the third quarter, Spoelstra made some adjustments. They got things back on track. And the fourth quarter just kind of went the way that the rest of the night had been going.
Right. Kobe White with some costly mistakes. He did have 17 points, but 7 turnovers out of the Bulls, 18 turnovers. It just looked like he was off his A game tonight. This is not the Kobe White that we've seen throughout the duration of the season. I know he was struggling a little bit, recently, but what did you see Kobe lacking tonight, really in a pivotal game, a must-win game?
I think the physicality bothered him early, and I don't think he was able to just overcome that. And he didn't get any. He had to work really hard to get everything, and he at times I think was holding the ball a little bit, trying to force the action, as opposed to, you know what, I drove, they cut me off, let me get rid of the ball real quick, instead of pulling it out and trying to make it happen again. And sometimes your best play is just to move the ball on and spread the defense out, because that's what happened. They were keying on Kobe tonight. They didn't want Kobe to get going, because Kobe's a guy that can put up 40 points on you. And they wanted to make sure that Kobe wasn't going to do that. And then no one on the bench was able to help. And I'm throwing the bench under the bus a little bit, but they weren't able to help out a whole lot as well. Bulls bench had just 13 points tonight in a night where they needed the bench.
Yeah.
And the Bulls bench comes in, they average 35 points a game, 36 points a game. And you just need a little bit more help. And that would take a little bit of pressure off of Kobe. So that they come back full circle. Because if you have to key on more than one player, which Miami really didn't have to do a whole lot of tonight, then it loosens the defense up for the shooters like Kobe and drivers like Kobe who can finish at the rim.
If you're just tuning in, the Miami Heat eliminate the Bulls as they win 109-90 over Chicago. Here in Chicago, since the Jimmy Butler trade, Tyler Hero has really been the guy. And he was the guy tonight. 14 points in the first quarter, 23 at the half. 38 total. Just simply, why do the Bulls have such a hard time stopping him? Or does this just speak to the level of player that he is? And 38 points through 37 minutes.
Well, it started off in the first quarter, and I want to say he started off the game. Wasn't he 3 of 3? Well, did he finish off the game?
3 of 7 from 3.
No, he drove the ball down the paint in the first. He was 6 of 6 in the first quarter.
Oh, right. Okay.
And 2 of those were 3-pointers, but they were like in the middle there. I think he was 3 of 3, maybe 4 of 4. He drove the lane, and no one stopped him. So he beat Bazelis a couple times, and there was no help. He just finished at the rim, got things going. And Tripp, what's up, buddy?
Hey, we got a little special guest here. We've had 2 special guests on the post-game show this season. I think we always need to add a third. Hey, Tripp. Tripp, did you have fun?
Can you say hello?
Oh, he didn't like it.
He doesn't like saying hello.
I think he's going to have to work behind the scenes when he gets older. But he is adorable with the microphone.
You can say hello.
Oh. We like bringing some light here to the post-game show. I don't know what we were talking about anymore.
Hero starting the game off hot and getting going. Yeah, and it was tough. And then the Bulls just never got an answer.
Yeah.
And for him to stop. And you got to give where credit where credit is due, and he played really well. So, got a question for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because they are never in charge?
No, because they make everything. They make up everything.
They make up everything.
Yep.
I got one for you.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how we just pivoted to this. What did the grape say when it got stepped on?
What did the grape say when he got stepped on?
Yeah, either a red or a green grape. It doesn't matter.
A little wine.
You got it. Nothing. It just let out a little wine. and I'm whining because the season is over. Yeah. I don't get to hang out with you and Chuck. Why? Gosh, you always get these answers right.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Because they would crack up?
Because they'd crack each other up. There we go. Now we each got one. We're good to go.
I think we just end the season like that, on that high note, despite this loss. I got to do my job quickly, too, but I just want to ask you, what adjustments do you want to see the Bulls make as we head into the offseason now?
I like what I've seen. I think they got a nice foundation. Obviously, you're going to have to take care of business with Giddey if you can do that. And the Vooch situation as well. I mean, the rumors the last 2 years have been, is he going to get traded or not? So we'll see what happens there. You need to have someone that can be a knockdown three-point shooter. And maybe another center, a big body to go. And, again, a lot of that's going to have to do with what happens with Vooch going forward.
Yeah. Well, Bill, thank you as always. I really appreciate you always sticking around for the post-game show, dropping your wealth of knowledge, and we're making it entertaining as well. I'll see you at my wedding. We did our tasting, and the short rib is phenomenal, so I'm just going to guess that maybe you're going with a short rib.
I don't know.
Or there's salmon.
There's salmon. Well,
there's a veggie option as well.
Ann will go with the salmon.
The salmon's pretty good.
Short rib will be good.
Yeah, so you might be the tallest guy at the wedding.
What do you mean might be? You know someone else?
No, I think it's just you. But I'm going to steal the show, not you.
You're supposed to.
I know.
I will do nothing.
I'm going to be like, oh, Bill's here.
I will do nothing to embarrass you that day.
No, you can't.
Just that day.
I think you can. I think Rich and Chuck might embarrass me as well. All right, Bill, enjoy, your off season. I appreciate it as always. And, just relax. Have a relaxing
for 2 days, that's all I got in me.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
All right, good night.
Well, that was our very own Bill Weddington on the post-game show here, and that game breakdown is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Well, on the other side, the rookie for the Bulls, Matas Bucelis, putting an exclamation in the first quarter, so why he is our defensive player of the game, plus a final look at the final box score of the 2024-25 campaign. Don't go anywhere. I'm Alyssa Bergamini. You're listening to 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Oh, my goodness, I was sick.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Experience the ultimate pool and watch party at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens, owner and chief executive officer of Circa Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to Stadium Swim, your year-round destination for nonstop fun. With 3 levels, 6 pools, and a massive 143-foot screen, catch every game, every season. It's the place to be in Las Vegas. Soak up the sun and party all night, 365 days a year at Stadium Swim. Secure your spot now at CircaLasVegas.com.
When you choose Great Lakes Credit Union, you're empowering local communities. As a nonprofit financial institution, GLCU invests in communities throughout Chicagoland, offers free financial counseling, competitive rates, and the services and conveniences of big banks. For example, with our free checking account, you can earn up to 5% APY on your balance. Join us and experience banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
So, I'm the type of guy who tends to forget things. A lot. My keys are always missing, I'm not great with names, and my signature catchphrase is, I know it's around here somewhere. That's why I get my haircut at Great Clips. Their skilled, friendly stylists save my haircut details and clip notes. So, every time I need a cut, I can get the look I want without having to remember a thing. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, download the app today. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Bulls fans, basketball season is here. Just like Chicago dominates on their home court, you can make your home a champion with Benjamin Moore paint. From bold colors that energize your space to timeless classics that bring comfort, Benjamin Moore has the perfect shade for every fan. Trusted by pros, loved by homeowners, our paint is built to perform. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer today and score your home court advantage. Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find an independently owned retailer near you.
7 on the clock. They blitz Hero. They go to Robinson. Davion Mitchell slides in the lane. Jump pass intercepted by Bucelis. Here is Mattis. Mattis with a pull-up right side 3. Got it. They're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. They're going to review it. Mattis Bucelis drained the right side 3, but they will review it, and we're going to see what happens here.
It's good.
It's going to be good.
And at the buzzer in the opening frame, that was Matas Bucelis with a steal. And then he goes coast to coast, sinking a 3 at the buzzer. The get covered Illinois defensive player of the game goes to the rookie out of Hinsdale, Matas Bucelis, in his first season with the Chicago Bulls, putting an exclamation as we end the 2024-25 Chicago Bulls season. But back to Matas. He had 9 points. He had 1 steal and 6 rebounds. The Illinois Department of Insurance reminds you that special enrollment is now opened. And offensively, Bucelis, he did get the crowd going with back-to-back dunks in the third quarter. There was a small swing there, but Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat, they didn't come to Chicago just for a slice of pizza as they stole the show tonight here at the United Center, winning by 19 points. The final score, 109-90, as the Bulls are eliminating from advancing to the playoffs, as the Heat will now play in Atlanta on Friday against the Hawks. Well, let's take a final look at the final courtside odds. It was an electric atmosphere at the United Center prior to tip-off, fell flat a little bit in game, and then back there in the third when the Bulls won the third quarter battle by 10 points. The crowd was yet again into it. There was a buzz in that third quarter, as I said, but it was the Miami Heat in a win-or-go-home situation. They were listed as the 2-point underdogs to the Bulls, and that is courtesy of Circus Sports Illinois. In the regular season, the Bulls swept the Heat with 3 wins, but tonight, when it mattered most, the Bulls, they failed to cover, losing by 19 points. As the Heat, on the other hand, they win, and they cover as the narrow 2-point underdogs. The Heat are now 18-19 against the spread when listed as a 2 or less point underdogs on the season. Over-under, well, that was set at 220. All signs are pointing towards the over, with 2 fast-paced teams, the over cashing in the previous 3 matchups between these two. But with a total of 199, it is the under that cashes out. Player props for the play-in game. Josh Giddey was back in the starting lineup. Giddey has recorded 24 more points in 3 games against Miami this year in the regular season, but the postseason stats, they don't count. But Giddey tonight had 25 points, so the over 18.5 points for Giddey, priced at -115. That cashes out. And for Miami, well, I went with Tyler Hero, and he had the hot hands going tonight. He really couldn't miss in the opening frame. He had 14 points early on, 23 through the half, finishing with 38 total. I was looking at his under 2.5 threes. He did have 3 triples off of 7 attempts, so it is the over that cashes out there. That's a final look at tonight's courtside odds presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app today. Let's take a final look at the final box score. As always, I like to start with the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Huerter, he chipped in 10 points, 1 rebound, an assist, a block, and 2 steals. Modest Bucelis, the rookie, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 1 triple off of 4 attempts. The Vooch, Nikola Vucevic, with a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 triples off of 5 attempts. Kobe White, he had an off night. He had 17 points, 3 of 12 from 3, 2 boards, 5 assists, and a steal, but he did commit 7 turnovers of his own. Josh Giddey, who is dealing with an injured hand, he did make his return tonight in the starting lineup. He had 13 first-half points. He led the Bulls with 25 points, 10 rebounds for a double-double, and 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. For Chicago, they only had 13 bench points, lowly 13 bench points. Patrick Williams scoreless through 15 minutes as a reserve. Dalen Terry, he chipped in just 2 points. Zach Collins with 2 as well. And Talen Horton-Tucker, he did have a shot at the end of the third at the buzzer, pulling the Bulls then within 14, but finished with 9 points, 1 triple off of 3 attempts. Jalen Smith scoreless and Julian Phillips scoreless as well. The Bulls never led in this game. 40 points in the paint and 27% from beyond the arc. Now let's go to the winning Miami Heat. Andrew Wiggins, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals, 4 triples off of 9 attempts. Bam Adebayo, 15 points, 12 boards for a double-double. Ware with 6 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Alec Burks, he chipped in 2 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals. And Tyler Hero, it was his night tonight as he finished with 38 points through 37 minutes on the floor. He was 13 of 19 from the field, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, and 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. On the other side, more to come as we expect to hear from head coach Billy Donovan at the mic as we wrap up the 2024-25 season. Don't go anywhere. I'm Alyssa Bergamini. You're listening to 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels,